Welcome to the pregame show from Eagles Field on the campus of Airport High School. Tonight's Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week is Airport High School playing host to the Midland Valley Mustangs. 3-0 on the season in conference play is Midland Valley, 4-4 overall. And they're going against the Eagles, who are 8-0 in our Game of the Week, which we're excited to be here in Columbia, aren't we?
It is exciting, and I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to this game, and I think there might be some surprises out here tonight.
Well, Midland Valley is certainly one of the better teams in our area, and they've got Daniel Carr back.
Yes, they have him back. He made his return last week. Coach Knight liked what he saw, and he's excited to have him back tonight. And have Boyd back out there receiver making plays also. That's another side to that.
And Airport 8-0, that's probably all we have to really say about them. They beat Aiken 30-9. They had their way with that, so we know they're a good football team.
They are a good football team. They're 8-0, and you can't take that away from them. All right, I think their quarterback is a quality player, and when Coach Rick Knight from the Mustangs says that he's Daniel-like, I'm looking forward to seeing him play because Daniel Carr is exciting to watch.
Yeah, if we get another Daniel Carr going tonight, that could be pretty exciting. There'll be some running, some throwing, and a little bit of everything.
It'll be a high-scoring game, that's for sure. That's what that would lead to. And Airport has a couple other players that night spoke highly of. He said Richardson was faster than fast, and he liked their running back also. So they should have a tall task on the defensive side, but they have the players on that side to stop them as well. So.
Okay, well, we are in for what we hope will be an exciting game. Hard to top last week's 34-31 game at Strom Thurmond, and we'll just have to wait and see. We'll take a break, come back and look at some of the other games that are going on in the area when we return to the pregame show for the Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week on ASTV and WRDW, My 12.
We give very good deals. We don't have the overhead and the dock fees and all the junk that all the newer, fancier dealers do. So people like that hometown atmosphere, and it works for us. And so we continue to do what works for us. And so we just like to keep it plain and simple. You come see us, you'll be glad you did.
Weekends are for resting, relaxing, and recharging your batteries. A good weekend can also give you the time to catch up on business you couldn't get to during the week. For Security Federal Bank customers, that means banking business. What does 7-day banking mean to your banker? More importantly, what does it mean to you? At Security Federal Bank, being open 7 days a week means just that. That's why our Southside branch on Whiskey Road in front of Target is open for business every day, even Saturday and Sunday. We're proud to be the only bank to be open 7 days a week in Aiken County.
Since 1970, Bragg Heating Company has been keeping Aiken and the surrounding communities comfortable. Our factory-trained staff can keep you on top of the latest in heating and cooling technology, and our complete metal shop allows us to make any specialty piece your home may need. We recommend the best systems for your home: Trane, Carrier, Mitsubishi ductless, and Bosch geothermal systems. We accept most major credit cards and offer financing, so when you need your system maintained, repaired, or replaced, call Bragg Heating Company. We're here to make you comfortable.
Did you know in the United States someone dies in a drunk driving accident every 52 minutes? I know the statistics all too well. We represent the innocent victims of alcohol-related crashes. We see firsthand the devastation that alcohol can cause for victims and their families. Too often it leads to serious injuries or worse. On behalf of the Chandler Law Firm, a law firm representing injured people, we urge you, please don't drink and drive.
Welcome back to the pregame show here on the Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week on ASTV, WRDW, My 12. And again, we're here for Airport and Midland Valley, but before we get into more of that, let's talk a little bit about the games that are going on in the area. Fox Creek is at McCormick. I think Fox Creek will have their hands full.
I think they'll have their hands full, but this game is intriguing to me, and I've been in this situation before. You've got a coach that was at Fox Creek for many, many years, really built that program, and left after they won a region championship last year, and now he's coaching McCormick. He's improved McCormick. There's no question about that. Last year, Fox Creek won the game against his team easily. One of the things that will happen tonight at that game, I'm quite certain, when Coach Snyder steps on the field and those Fox Creek kids say, I know they've got a good relationship, but they're also going to be saying, we want to show him something tonight. And consequently, I'm picking Fox Creek in a bit of an upset tonight. I think those kids are going to want to show their coach.
Yeah, that's an interesting point because Coach Tucker lost to Wagner Sally earlier this season
he did.
in a return match against his old school. What do you think about that?
I think it's going to be a very emotional game. Snyder, he had some quotes that he was looking forward to trying to get another region title with the new guys, and obviously those guys from last year's team have to be thinking a little bit, well, you just won one with us, but in terms of the game, it's going to be interesting to see the running game for each team with Dalton Swires and Mateo Durant going at each other. And on the flip side of that, it'll be interesting to see how much Dalton Swires plays on defense, because I know Coach Quinn hasn't said he's kind of limited him on defense to keep him fresh on offense. But when you're trying to stop someone like Durant, you need someone of Dalton Swires' ability out there on the defensive side of the ball. So that should be interesting to see.
Yeah, it'd be tough to keep him on the bench. Gilbert is at Aiken. Aiken trying to make a run to the playoffs, and this should be a game Aiken can handle.
I'll tell you what, I really like Aiken in this game tonight. Last year it was a shootout. They gave up 52 points to Gilbert last year, and I think they lost 52-38. I usually don't see a big turnaround coming, but I think the coach over at Aiken has really done a great job this year. Jones has been good. Sanders has been great. I think they're a much improved team, and I think they're going to handle Gilbert tonight.
Yeah, those kids over there at Aiken are really believing in what's going on this year, and they've played with a confidence this season that maybe you haven't seen in past years. Obviously, as you said, the run game has been going well for them. It hasn't slipped up at all, really, throughout the season. They had a rough game here at Airport a couple of weeks ago, but a lot of teams have.
That's right.
As you can tell by Airport's record. But I think Aiken should go out there and be able to handle their business against Gilbert tonight.
Okay, and Aiken ends the season next week against this same Midland Valley team we're watching tonight. All right, White Knoll is at South Aiken. Is South Aiken going to win a game in their region?
I don't think it'll be tonight. I think White Knoll is going to have too much for them. The thing that I love about South Aiken, and I've seen huge improvement, is their offensive game. Okay, with Smith at the quarterback and with Tansy Richardson, he's exciting as a devil. They score lots of points, but they just haven't figured out how to stop anybody yet, and that's the harsh reality of it. They give up almost 40 points a game, and I think White Knoll is going to take advantage of that, and this probably won't be the night for South Aiken.
Yeah, with that, a lot of those defensive problems have come as a result of injuries. They've battled a lot of them on that side of the ball, actually on both sides of the balls really, but here lately it's been the defense side that's been bothering them the most. And you saw it a couple weeks ago when Kobe Campbell went down, and he's a big player for them at the linebacker position, and they have a few other guys banged up. So when I spoke with Hamilton earlier this week, he said this game is really one of the keys is trying to keep everyone healthy, because they have, including this game, 4 games left, and he wants to win 3 of those 4 games to try to make a playoff push here towards the end of the season. So he's going to try to keep his guys healthy and go out there and compete tonight in that game.
Okay. Calhoun Falls is at Ridge Spring Minetta. The Trojans, one of your favorites.
That's exactly right. I like the Trojans. They're 4-4 coming in, and I'll keep this one brief, but I think they're going to win this one handily. Calhoun Falls hasn't had a very good season, and I think they're 1-7 coming in. I don't think they're going to get a win tonight. I think Ridge Spring is going to do just fine.
Yeah, Ridge Spring coming off some tough losses here in recent weeks, and I think Corey Hopkins and those guys are going to be looking to really get back on the right track and have a strong performance tonight. I'm not sure Calhoun Falls has anything that can stop that run game or the passing attack for that matter.
Okay. Woodland is at Silver Bluff. Another game, Silver Bluff driving toward the playoffs. They should get this one.
They are, and I think Silver Bluff will win the ball game, and I like Coach Lowndes' comment about how big the defensive line and offensive line for Woodland is, and that's a problem for them. That usually doesn't bother them because they've got real quickness, and they come from everywhere on defense, and they run their offense so well. I have 2 concerns about Silver Bluff. Last time we saw them, I think they had some problems during that game on special teams, and also they have some problems, with a little bit of the defensive stuff. But I think they're going to be better, and also I'd like to see them throw the ball just a little bit more tonight.
That's actually something that Al Lown said his team has been working on a little bit,
Very
trying
good.
to throw the ball more, because here in recent weeks they've run into a couple of teams that have thrown the ball quite a bit, and they've handled that pretty well. You saw it in Wade Hampton, and then Edisto when they played against them early in a Thursday game there. Edisto came out and was passing the ball a lot, and he was happy with the way that the defense stood up to that, but he felt like they didn't control the game enough in that game.
Yeah.
Even though they won it handily, he felt like they could have had more ball control there, so he was looking to improve on that and get the other team off the field and stop giving up those first downs.
Yeah.
All right, River Bluffs at North Augusta. North Augusta's sort of fell on some hard times here. Their quarterback got hurt, and they're on a losing streak for the first time in I can't remember.
Well, I know. We're just used to them winning, 10 ball games a year and scoring loads and loads of points. They haven't done that this year. They still have two of the players that I have a lot of fun watching. Rashad Byrd, I think, is just spectacular. Offense, defense, special teams. And I am happy to see they got their quarterback back, Landon Washington. They're a different team when he's healthy, and I hope he is healthy. A neck injury is nothing to fool around with, so I hope he's in good shape tonight. And if he is, and Byrd and the rest of the teammates, I think they'll win the ball game tonight.
Yeah, it will be a big ball game. River Bluff is having a great season.
Yeah,
Tillman's having a good year for them. And it will be a battle of a couple of Shrine Bowl guys there with Byrd and him. But the difference in this game is the fact that Landon Washington will be back, and a couple of those injured players will be able to not have to do so much out there. And obviously, Rashad Byrd is always a big factor in the game, regardless of who they play or where he's lined up at, be it quarterback, punter, linebacker.
He can do everything.
Yeah.
Now, another game that we talked about having as our game of the week this week, Strom Thurmond goes up the road a little bit to play Batesburg-Leesville. Both of these teams lost last week. They were undefeated, and lo and behold, both of them lost. This is a big game in that region.
It is a big game, and I think Strom Thurmond's game last week was very exciting, and they ended up on the losing end, but it was a good ball game. I think they've got a little bit of an advantage at the quarterback position. I think Nick is having a great season, and Chad Gilchrist is one of the better running backs. So it should be a toss-up. These two guys always have good ball games. Last year was a three-pointer. I think it'll be close, but I think Strom Thurmond will come out on top tonight.
Yeah, both teams trying to bounce back from somewhat surprising losses. It's never really a surprise when a team in that region beats someone else. However, for Batesburg, it's a little bit of surprise the way that Abbeville was able to win that game.
To dominate.
Yeah, pretty much. It'll be another battle with some strong running backs. Obviously, Gilchrist will be coming out looking to go over 1,000 yards this week. And also, Nick, back in the lineup, it'd be big to see what he can do out there on the field. It's interesting that it was such a close game with Saluda with DeAndre Ryan in there at quarterback, because he's a great athlete, but when you take him off the perimeter, you kind of lose that aspect of it. So that played a factor in last week's game as well.
Yeah, it's a tough. They've got 96 coming up as well for Strom Thurmond, who's turned out to be very, very good. And Saluda was excellent last week, so that's a tough road to hoe there. All right, Wagner Sally's at Williston Elko.
Wagner Sally has impressed me this year. They're playing better, and they're a good football team. However, they're playing Williston Elko. When I look at the fact that Williston has won 42 region games in a row, that's incredible, all right? And I think they're primed to run the table again a little bit at that level. So I don't think Wagner Sally can turn around a game that was 63-13 last year. I think Williston will just be too strong for them overall, but I think it's going to be an enjoyable game to watch.
Yeah, well, Wagner Sally has made a lot of strides on offense. Even they made a lot of strides at the beginning of the year, and even more so when they switched things up a little bit and got some more production out of the offense. And Youngblood pointed to that this week, saying that they have a scary offense. However, I don't know if it's going to be enough to challenge Williston Elko in that region win streak. So.
Yeah.
All right, real quick on these last two games. Barnwell's at Ridgeland Hardyville.
Barnwell is a surprise to me. They're really playing well, and I think Coach Garrick has a lot to do with that. Now, they lost pretty easily last year to this team, but I think they'll win tonight. I really do. I think they'll come back and win the ball game.
They lost the game last year, but this is a different Barnwell team, kind of, and I don't think Ridgeland's having as great of a year as they did last year, so it probably will be a win for Barnwell.
And then finally, Blackville Hilda is at Hunter Connor Tyler.
Yeah, and I think HKT will win this ball game. I've been waiting all year year for Blackville to turn it around, and they look like they're close every week, but just haven't been able to do it. So, and I don't think they'll do it tonight either.
Yeah, it's a tough task for them, and HKT is coming in with some momentum from the past couple seasons. They're not having as great of a year this year, but we'll see what Blackville can try to do to them, but it's a tall task.
Okay, and those are the games around the area. We are at Airport, where it is senior night tonight, and they are taking on the Midland Valley Mustangs. We'll take a break and come right back here in the pregame show of the Jim Satcher Motor Game of the Week on ASTV and WRDW My 12. Tyler's Tire and Auto Center, founded in 1963, family-owned and operated for 50 years and dedicated to customer service with safety of your family, our top priority. Tyler's Tire is a full-service tire retail, tire repair, and automotive repair facility with ASC certified mechanics. Located in 2 locations, 1019 Richland Avenue West and 1518 Whiskey Road. Let our family take care of yours. Tyler's Tire and Auto Center.
You've heard of 6 degrees of separation? In Aiken, it's more like 1 or 2. It's a rare day that I don't go to a grocery store and see a former patient, their mother or father, or son or daughter. That's the nature of practicing medicine in a relatively small town, especially emergency medicine. But that's exactly what got me into practicing medicine in the first place, making that personal connection and helping people I know.
People you know, healthcare you trust. Aiken Regional Medical Centers.
Late for work or school again? Autotech can get your car or truck running smoothly in no time. Whether late model or classic, domestic or import, Autotech can get the hums and hisses out of your vehicle. Their state-of-the-art computer diagnostics can identify your problem and get you on your way. Bring your automobile today to 460 Silver Bluff Road across from Hitchcock Plaza. Autotech, mechanics you can trust with your family's safety.
You can smile.
I love to smile.
I was so pleased that I could get all of my dentistry work done in just one visit.
You can smile.
Painless. That's how I would describe it.
Here at the Center for Dentistry, it has been a wonderful experience. With the comprehensive nature of this office, this one office, I can bring my family here and we can have it all done at one place.
You can smile.
Center for Dentistry, 1391 Silver Bluff Road, Aiken.
Calling all college football fans, Unique Expressions has everything you need for game day, including collegiate apparel, accessories, tailgating items, even Yeti coolers. Shop a variety of South Carolina, Clemson, and Georgia gear. We have something for every fan. And that's not all. Unique Expressions offers on-site embroidery, vinyl lettering, and an array of personalized gifts. Find the perfect gift for any occasion and shop brands like Spartina, Vera Bradley, Ridley Pulitzer, Jack Rogers, Simply Southern, Tyler Candle Company, and so much more. Stop in today. Unique Expressions, 1521 Whiskey Road in Mitchell Shopping Center in Aiken, South Carolina.
Welcome back. The pregame show for tonight's Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week between Airport, the Eagles hosting Midland Valley High School, the Mustangs, right here on Eagle Stadium, where their press box is almost as equally as warm as Aiken High's.
It's very warm in here tonight.
We might rename this the oven on the road.
The oven on the road.
Because it is very warm in this press box. So I guess it works if it's cold outside. It's not that cold. It's a beautiful night. So we're going to have some great football played by 2 teams that are undefeated in conference. And as we were talking about the seedings earlier, about how it works, and in 3A, it's who gets the top seeding is the team who has the best record in their division. So Midland Valley looking for that at this particular point in time. No matter what the records are, they come out of this and they get Aiken next week. They could have the number 1 seeding, as I understand.
And Eric, you had in the paper this morning that last year they lost a game to this Airport team, and that knocked them out of a home game. And that's a big-time thing when you get into the playoffs. You want to be at home, friendly confines.
Rick Knight was definitely harping on that this week.
He
said for them, he said for Airport it would be a region title, and he said for them it would be big for region, but he's looking at the playoffs and trying to get a home game in playoffs, as well as going forward with some momentum into that. So this is a big step for them in terms of that.
Well, as far as Midland Valley goes, it starts with the Carrs, the two in the backfield, and they're really good football players.
They're both very good, but the one that stands up head and shoulders really above everybody for Midland Valley is Daniel Carr at quarterback. He's been there for 4 years. He's one of the most exciting players in the state of South Carolina, just not in Aiken County. They are a different football team when he's there as opposed to when he's not there. He's just a Mr. Excitement. He can score every single time he touches the football, and he can throw the football too.
The interesting thing about that is when Daniel was out, Dre Quan kind of found his momentum there because they relied on him to run the ball more often because they weren't able to do as much in the passing game. And he kind of hit his stride there, one player of the week 1 week in the region opener actually, and he's been performing well ever since. So he's got that going for him since Daniel's been out, and now that he's back.
And we have to hope that he's 100% too. Daniel coming back, we want him to be that.
Now, from the standpoint of offense, that's obvious. But on defense, they've got some good football players too. And Xavier Leapart, a Defensive Player of the Year, he was runner-up to in North Augusta.
And I like what they do on defense. They're active. One of the teams that I always talk about as being active.
All right, let's go down to the field where the national anthem is being performed.
At the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets right the land, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say just that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Quite a performance of the national anthem right up here in the press box with us. I was looking all over the field wondering where she was. She was right there next to us through the screen. And very, very good. All right, you were saying.
Well, they do have some defense, and I like the fact they've got 7 interceptions in the last 3 ball games. All right, their safety, Skylar Brown, is leading with, I think he's got 4, doesn't he, Eric? Three, I guess, something like that. So, they're sound defensively, and I think that's going to be important tonight because on the other side, Airport scores over 30 points a game, okay, and that's impressive. They only give up 15, but they score 30, so the defense for the Mustangs is going to have its hands full tonight.
Yes, the Airport's offense is, as you said, scoring a lot. It's been on Tucker, and they have a strong running back, Jonathan Earl. They've really been able to get the ball down the field in both ways, which poses a problem for any team, strong defense or not. Xavier Leapart, Michael Bainham, those guys will have to step up there this week like they have every week and put pressure on the quarterback up front and allow those DBs to put the coverage on them and get those interceptions, deflections, and whatnot. And another thing that Knight is looking to combat that strong offense is controlling the ball a little bit more and time of possession, stuff like that.
Well, you mentioned Michael Bann, and we've seen him a few times this year. He's a good football player, and he does put some pressure on coming from his defensive line position.
And probably the best name in all of high school football for a defensive lineman, Tank Williams.
Tank Williams.
It just doesn't get much better than that at defensive line. So they're good, but in Airport, we can't ignore the fact that they've got some pretty good football players on their side, a quarterback who leads them, a good running back, good wide receiver.
Yeah, they do, and the quarterback, I think this is a quarterback's game tonight, okay? Whichever quarterback has the best ball game, I think is going to win this thing tonight, and I won't be surprised if Airport has a problem handling Daniel Carr, but their quarterback, Tucker, he's their leading rusher. He's thrown 8 touchdown passes already. He's a quality football player. They've got some speed at receiver. I think it's going to be a nice ball game out here tonight.
And on the defensive side, you have Feaster, their linebacker, that will be big in trying to stop Daniel Carr out there. So
Well, I think they'll have to have somebody spy on Carr tonight. I don't know that they've seen a quarterback quite like him this year.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting, and we're only minutes away now from the opening kickoff. We'll take a break and come back for that kickoff when we return on the Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week on ASTV and WRDW My 12.
We are focused on total eye care, be it our large selection of designer frames, latest and contact lenses, or our great sunglass collection. We have just what you are looking for. Our doctors offer years of experience and use the latest technology to ensure a comprehensive eye examination. Late afternoon and Saturday appointments are available, so if you want the best in eye care, call Specs today at 642-9902.
Choosing a physician you can trust with your family's health is an important decision. University Medical Associates has been dedicated to your health care for over 20 years, and Dr. Humans and his staff are ready to provide the quality care you and your family deserve. With short wait times, walk-ins and same-day appointments, an in-house lab by Quest Diagnostics, and 24-hour turnaround on sports physicals, it's no wonder Dr. Humans was selected Best Family Doctor in Aiken's Choice 2015. Come see us today, 934 Doherty Road in Aiken.
You finally found your dream home, but it needs a few tweaks. New windows, vinyl siding, maybe a sunroom. Who do you call to do the job right? Since 1963, Bates & Sons has been proud to offer quality products for your home, installed with unsurpassed workmanship. Check out our latest jobs on Facebook, and you could win one of our monthly giveaways. Visit our showroom on Vaucluse Road, or call 803-648-3581.
Half lemonade, half ice cream. Frosted lemonade, starting at 240 calories.
Friday Night Lights!
Game of the week.
Friday Night Lights!
Quarterback sneak.
Friday Night Lights!
Here's the call. Friday Night Lights.
It's all about football!
The grass is cut fresh, lines are out. The stands packed tight and the cheerleaders shout. The marching band blast out fight songs to sing. Yellow jackets and green hornets, let me hear you scream. T-Breds and Mustangs, rebels run the zone. Blue Devils and Bulldogs, we must protect this home. Foxes and Trojans and Eagles showing pride. All the lights are on and we cannot be denied that Friday is the night we all become freaks, rocking with the high school game of the week.
You're looking live at the field at Eagles Stadium on the campus of Airport High School, where tonight the Eagles play host to the Midland Valley Mustangs from Aiken County as we get ready for the Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week on ASTV and WRDW My 12. Welcome, everybody. I'm Ed Gerardo, along with the coach, Ken Brace. Eric Russell will be on the sidelines for the Autotech Sideline Report. And we are almost ready to go in a game that's a big game for both these teams in region.
Well, 2 3-0 teams coming in. The first one that wins this ball game tonight is going to have the first seed, and that's pretty important.
Absolutely. Looks like Airport won the toss and has elected to receive. And who are the captains for us, Coach?
All right, the captains tonight for the homestanding Airport Eagles. Number 3 is Jonathan Earl, okay, a running back, senior running back. Number 44, their leading tackler, Zach Feaster, linebacker. Okay, number 72, Linwin Sharber, offensive lineman, and he only goes about 285, but that's small compared to number 76, Trumaine Fleming, who's coming in at 309. Okay, they've got some big guys on that team. For the Midland Valley Mustangs. Captains tonight, number 23, Trevor Lockaby, okay, a senior and a defensive back. Number 64, Sailor Glover, also a senior, works on the offensive line, and he's a little bit small as compared to those other two guys. He only goes 265. Number 76, Will Grandy, okay, also a senior. He goes 270 on the offensive line. And number 89, Bryce Nelson, 6'1" wide receiver.
All right, they're trying to get the players to come on out, and here they come. Midland Valley has already taken the field, and here come the Eagles, 8-0 on the season. And a very, very good football team, ranked high in the 3A polls. Midland Valley is record not quite so impressive at 4-4, but again, they've won their 3 region games, and they've got Daniel Carr back last week. And with him, that's a great equalizer along the way, as he's an outstanding football player, quarterback for the Mustangs.
And you know, DJ Boyd did a nice job when he had to step in for Daniel Carr. As a starting quarterback this year, he had won 2 ball games and only lost 1. So he did a credible job, but Daniel will be happy to have him catching the football from him tonight.
All right. Thomas McCord is the kicker for Midland Valley. He'll be kicking deep to Carry-on Richardson, and Carey, from what we understand, very, very fast. And Jonathan Earl, the running back, starting running back for the Eagles. So they're deep. Let's see if they kick to them. They kick away. It's deep at the 1-yard line, fielded by Richardson. Richardson brings it up to the 20. Cuts inside, has a lane, and he's in open field. 1 man to beat. And he fumbles the ball. It's on the ground still, and it looks like Midland Valley is going to pick it up and recover a fumble. And what a big break, because a great return was going to be down around the 35-yard line, but Midland Valley picks it up at the 29, and that's quite a turnaround right there.
I'm just going to say that's a wild turnaround in the first 15 seconds of this ball game. It looked like he was destined to end up in the end zone, gets brought down with a really kind of a rough tackle and fumbles the football. Mustangs will take over.
So Daniel Carr leads his team out as we'll break away from that replay. We'll come back to that. Daniel Carr with his cousin right next to him, Draquan Carr. This is Daniel keeping the ball. He's number 1. He's going to pick up about 5 yards, it looks like, where he stepped out of bounds. Pick up a 5, second down and 5. Here's the replay of the fumbled kickoff.
And he didn't have that ball tucked away as well as he should have, frankly, and they were able to strip it.
What they used
Good
to
defensive
say is,
play.
He'd say you're carrying it like a loaf of bread.
I used that phrase myself a few times.
That's what that looked like on that angle
sure
of
did.
that picture. All right, good job by the truck getting that shot. All right, second down 5. Carr barks it out, hands off to Draquan. Draquan caught in the backfield, a little slow getting out of there. He's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage, I believe. Going to bring up third down and 5.
And one of the things I noticed on the very first play when Daniel Carr ran the football, and you know, I guess it's not to be unexpected. Looks like his legs are fresh. When he was injured, it wasn't a leg problem, but so he's probably got those fresh legs, and that could be important tonight.
Yeah, he could still go out and run. He just had his arm in a sling. All right, he fakes the handoff, drops back, rolls a little to his right, now comes back to the left, makes a man miss.
Here's where he's dangerous.
And he gets outside.
Here's where he's dangerous.
He's going to pick up the first down. He's going to get just short of midfield, run out of bounds at the 49-yard line. Big pickup of 15 yards on that play, and it looked like they had him corralled short of the first down, but he snuck through there.
He does this so many times, and if they had been able to tackle him when they had him corralled, he would have lost at least 10 yards. But he will drive defenses crazy. Outstanding moves, big run for the first down.
So Chandler Law Firm first and 10 at the 49 as we finish up that specs replay. Quick out here is Stephon Morrissey. They're saying he was down. He didn't get very far, but I believe they did call him down, that he caught it on a knee. So he's going to lose 2 yards on that pass. Second down and 12.
That was nice defense by the Eagles. Nowhere to go.
Even if he didn't catch it on a knee, he wasn't going very far.
Not at all.
All right. Whatever was taking some time, they got it straightened out, and here we go. Fakes a handoff, looks left, comes over the middle and dropped. Nice pass. That was intended for number 10, DJ Boyd, who filled in at quarterback admirably for Daniel Carr while he was hurt, but he could not bring that one in.
That was a nice route. He looked to the outside, and then he had the man on the slant pattern. Wasn't able to handle it, and he took a big hit from Tariq Kruma. Okay, 6 foot, 180 pounds. Free safety. A lot of times those free safeties are mainly pass defenders, but he delivered quite a blow.
So third down and 12. Straight drop back. Not going to look to run. Going to come back out to his left. Going to toss it in there and caught.
That's going to be close.
And that's going to be a first down, I believe, where they mark him. He marks it on his right foot rather than the left foot. And that brings it back to where it's close, but they say he got it, and they're going to move the chains. Needed 12, he got 12. Chandler Law Firm, 1st and 10 from Midland Valley as they are into Eagle territory, 41-yard line.
Once again, a decent pressure. They had a couple guys in the backfield. Carr was able to buy some time and complete that pass for the first.
Going to hand it off to Draquan Carr. Carr gets on the hash, turns it inside. Going to get good yardage. Going to get 8 yards. Going to be a couple yards short of the first down. Actually, he's about 1.5 yards short.
Once again, the senior safety coming up to Tariq Kruma. He's made a couple of nice plays so far. Once to break up the pass, and that was a nice tackle in the open field.
We'll give him 9 yards, 2nd down and 1. Another handoff going the opposite direction. Carr going to be brought down. Doesn't look like he got enough for the first down. He's going to be a little short. They'll say no gain, 3rd and 1. Wouldn't be surprised if they just left it in Daniel Carr's hands and let him create. See if he can pick up a yard and maybe even more.
And I think we're in 4-down territory for him already. It's early in the ball game, but I think they'd go for it on 4th down if they don't make it here.
Man comes in motion. Ennis runs across, and right up the middle comes the other Carr. Draquan, he gets the first down. Picks up 2 yards down to the 29. They're going to give him the 28-yard line. Pickup was 3. Chandler Law Firm, 1st and 10 as they look for the Tyler Tire end zone here on their opening drive after getting the big break on the fumbled kickoff. Straight drop, waits, now going to run to his right. Stop, throws it up in the end zone. This is up for grabs. And they deflected it, and tip drill falls incomplete. And that was maybe a little ill-advised on 1st down to throw that pass.
Yeah, I think you're right now. Stefan Morency, we've seen him all year long come up with some great catches, but he was well covered, and he wasn't able to set up and get his full thrust into that throw. So I'm with you. I think that was a little bit iffy.
As it is, it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Rolls on the option. Waits, keeps, and gets 3 yards. Not sure that the option there was the pitch, but he delayed and kept it. Probably the smart thing to do once he had that delay. Still picked up 3 yards.
It looked to me like that was well defended. They did a nice job taking care of their assignments. The quarterback was covered. The pitchback was covered. Probably a smart move to just hold on to it. Didn't pick up much, but they got a couple other plays to go.
3rd down and 7. 3 split wide to the right, 1 to the left. Drops back, looks to his right. Going to throw over the middle, and that was deflected. He was looking for Morency. And Feaster, the linebacker for Airport, got his hand up, deflected that ball. So we've got a 4th down and 7 coming up. Here's a replay. Did you see that? Nice play by Feaster.
Yeah, it was. Morency almost had that football too. Got deflected, but it was close.
Well, they're going to try a field goal. This will be a 42-yard attempt. Once again, the kicker is Thomas McCord. Kick is up, and it is good. 42-yard field goal is good by Thomas McCord, a senior, 6'1", 200 pounds. 3-0, Midland Valley leads. We'll be right back.
We've been selling vehicles in this building since '48. Everybody likes the old atmosphere. We have old pictures of Granddaddy and Daddy and the old license tags and a lot of memorabilia from over the years. So people feel at home when they come up here. But right here in this very building, we started and we're here now. You come see us, you'll be glad you did.
Thomas McCord nails the 42-yard field goal to give the Mustangs a 3-0 lead over the Eagles here in the Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week. And McCord has the honor of kicking again. Richardson deep. He took it a long ways the last time. This time going to hit a line drive down the field. Richardson going to get it on a hop at the 9. Turns inside, comes outside, run out of bounds around the 34-yard line. They're going to mark him out at 33. So Airport will have their first possession after that fumbled kickoff. And now they get the ball trailing 3-0 to the Mustangs.
And if I can go back for just a second, Thomas McCord, that was his 3rd field goal attempt of the season, and he's made all 3. And he had plenty of room on that kick. That would have been good from 50 yards. And his opening kickoff was terrific also. He's one of the better kickers I've seen all year.
Absolutely. All right, this is our first look at the quarterback, which is Josh Tucker. And he hands off to Jonathan Earl. Earl gets 5 yards, 2nd down and 5 coming up. If you got the Aiken Standard Supplement in the paper this morning, you notice that none of the Airport players are listed. Didn't get a starting lineup. And there's a big play. And we talked about Midland Valley and their defensive players, and that's a couple of names we didn't talk about, Coach.
Jaquan McCorkle, number 5, is one of the ones that's in there. Number 40, also in there, Kyle DeHaze. Now, we've mentioned them in other ball games. That's a nice job.
Lost a yard, maybe 2. We'll give him 2-yard loss, 3rd down and 7. Got to get it out to the 43-yard line for a first down. Big 3rd down play. Sprints to his right, now looks back over the middle. Got a man down there, tipped up in the air, almost picked off. Threw it a little bit behind his receiver. He was looking for C.J. Wright. C.J. had a step, but had to slow down and gave Midland Valley a chance to break that one up. So 4th down in the Airport will punt.
A little bit of tip drill action going. This is the first one he's thrown deep tonight. Had a little bit on it. Looks pretty good. Nice defense that time by number 6, Skylar Brown, and we talked about him earlier. He's got 3 interceptions in the last 3 ball games.
Xavier Lepar deep to receive on the punt. Going to pick it up on a hop. And he fights hard, gets up over the 30-yard line to the 32. Well, that's where the Mustangs will take over Chandler Law Firm, 1st and 10.
That's a gutsy move by Lepart. And a lot of times if a kid tries to do that, the coaches are screaming over on the sideline. But I know they've got a lot of confidence in him. And he made a nice catch on a ball that's not always easy to catch once it's hit the ground. Picked up a few. Gutsy play.
Paxton Brooks, the punter for Airport. All right, Daniel Carr led his team down, got a field goal on their opening possession. Let's see what he can do here. 5:51 left to go in the first quarter. Gonna pitch it out, and this is a pass. Carr ends up throwing it away and did a good job throwing it in the ground and not throwing it to an Airport defender.
Well defended in the secondary that time. Nobody was open.
And that was actually number 10, DJ Boyd, who lined up in the backfield and took the pitch. Again, he was playing quarterback for Daniel Carr during his absence.
Yeah, nice little wrinkle. And if nothing else, the other team now has to think about that.
So timeout. Midland Valley was having a difficult time getting the right people out on the field, so they're going to take a timeout. It's a Bragg Heating Company timeout, and we'll take it with them. We'll be right back.
Weekends are for resting, relaxing, and recharging your batteries. A good weekend can also give you the time to catch up on business you couldn't get to during the week. For Security Federal Bank customers, that means banking business. What does 7-day banking mean to your banker? More importantly, what does it mean to you? At Security Federal Bank, being open 7 days a week means just that. That's why our Southside branch on Whiskey Road in front of Target is open for business every day, even Saturday and Sunday. We're proud to be the only bank to be open 7 days a week in Aiken County.
All right, the two teams have talked it over. 2nd down and 10 coming up. And as we look at the Security Federal scoreboard, Midland Valley has a 3-0 lead here in the early going over Airport.
And both defenses playing pretty well.
Daniel Carr brings a man in motion. Going to hand off to Draquan Carr. He takes it inside.
Now we've got an injury, and he's pounding on his knee. That's not good news.
Aiken Regional Medical Center injury timeout on the field. They're going to send the players to the bench, so we'll send it to a timeout, and when we come back, we'll identify the injured player for you. We'll be right back.
You've heard of 6 degrees of separation? In Aiken, it's more like 1 or 2. It's a rare day that I don't go to a grocery store and see a former patient, their mother or father, or son or daughter. That's the nature of practicing medicine in a relatively small town, especially emergency medicine. But that's exactly what got me into practicing medicine in the first place, making that personal connection and helping people I know.
People you know, healthcare you trust. Aiken Regional Medical Centers.
Did you know in the United States someone dies in a drunk driving accident every 52 minutes? I know the statistics all too well. We represent the innocent victims of alcohol-related crashes. We see firsthand the devastation that alcohol can cause for victims and their families. Too often it leads to serious injuries or worse. On behalf of the Chandler Law Firm, a law firm representing injured people, we urge you, please don't drink and drive.
Tyler's Tire and Auto Center, founded in 1963, family owned and operated for 50 years and dedicated to customer service with safety of your family, our top priority. Tyler's Tire is a full-service tire retail, tire repair, and automotive repair facility with ASC certified mechanics. Located in 2 locations, 1019 Richland Avenue West and 1518 Whiskey Road. Let our family take care of yours. Tyler's Tire and Auto Center. All right, the Aiken Regional Medical Center injury report, number 42, a linebacker, senior linebacker for Airport, Jacob Feaster is the injured player, and he may be done for the night, Coach.
And his brother, Zach Feaster, number 44. Okay, I'm assuming that they're twins. Okay, that might be a bad assumption, but they're both seniors. About the same size. 2 good football players for Airport, and you hate to see that.
His brother's one of the stars, and he was not taking it well. We're watching. He's coming up here. And he's scrambling up against Daniel Carr, chasing him. He's not going to be the one who catches him. He's run out of bounds.
And they finally got him.
44 is his brother, is the Feaster brother, Zach Feaster.
Jameer Ladson also in on that play.
That's going to bring a 4th and long, as that loss was 8 yards, 4th and 14. And the punting unit out for Midland Valley. And number 8, Osiris Hairston back to receive. McCorkle is the kicker. Gets a good punt away. It's caught, no fair catch. That was a little dangerous. They get him right there on the spot. He's going to be at the 39-yard line. Will be a Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10 for the Airport Eagles, their second possession of the first half.
And he took a bit of a hit there after catching that football. There were 4 or 5 people surrounding him. It's another one of those plays where the coaches are probably saying, why not fair catch that so we can give you a chance to not get hit and fumble the football.
Here comes their running back. And that's Jonathan Earl. He picks up 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Tucker hands off once again. Jonathan Earl. He gets the first down, gets 4 yards. At the 49, just short of the 50. Now they're going to spot him at the 50-yard line. So Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10 at the 50. Now Tucker to pass in a little wheel route out the side. And once again, 3 times they go to Jonathan Earl. All right, let's go down the sidelines where Eric has a Auto Tech sideline report for us. Eric.
Hey Ed, a couple of area teams are up early right now. South Aiken is up 6-0. They scored a touchdown but had the extra point blocked. Strom Thurmond is up 7-0 over Baseburg-Leesville, and River Bluff is leading North Augusta 7-0.
All right, thank you, Eric. Now here, like we said, is the equal to Daniel Carr is Josh Tucker for the Eagles. He gets a big gain on that. Gains 18 yards. And they're down to the 21-yard line. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10.
And that was a great play fake there. Had a couple of the defenders really surprised when he had the football left. Big gain.
He's going to keep here, try to get outside, get to the edge. He's going to slip up. Good job of playing defense, and that was DeHaze getting out there and not letting him get to the edge and knocking him down. No gain. 2nd down 10.
Tucker, not the biggest guy in the world, goes 5'9", 170.
Ball's over his head, does a good job of reeling it in. Now he's under pressure, gets away. He does a good job of that, throws the ball up. He's got a man in the end zone. Incomplete. Nice pass intended for C.J. Wright. He was only one back there that could have caught that one, and he almost made a highlight reel catch.
Just a little high.
Here's the Specs. Did you see that replay?
Nice move by Tucker to even have time to throw it. Had a man open.
So 3rd down and 10. Big 3rd down coming up here for the Eagles. And there across the front, Midland Valley jumps, and I believe that's going to be offsides and a 5-yard walk-off against the Mustangs. Offsides against Midland Valley is the call. So that makes Airport's job a little easier. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5. Tucker and Earl in the backfield. Drops straight back. Going to throw for the corner of the end zone. Overshoots his man. Incomplete.
Decent coverage by Midland Valley, and he had to try to throw it over the defender. Not only did he do that, but it was uncatchable.
It was intended for Tamon Nottingham. Too tall, so that's going to bring up a 4th and 5 and bring the field goal unit out. This will be a 33-yard attempt.
C.J. Wright.
That's a fake, and Midland Valley was ready for it. Have to look at the replay if that was really a fake or whether it just was botched.
It wasn't sharp, so I think it probably was just a botched play.
Paxton Brooks never got a chance to kick it, and Midland Valley makes the play, and they take over on downs. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. And here's the replay. Yeah, it was high. It was a high snap, and the holder, which is Anthony Calhoun, gave up on it and just took off running. So a big break for Midland Valley. Carr sends man in motion. There's Draquan Carr. He gets maybe a yard, maybe 2. We'll call it 2nd down and 8.
Midland Valley's had a couple of breaks early in this ball game. Capitalized on one with a field goal. Need to do it again here.
Get the signal called in from the sidelines. Carr calls it out. Now they're ready to go. 2 split wide to the left, 1 to the right. Wingback changes places. Now Draquan Carr gets through, running hard and somersaults. If he keeps his feet, he may have been gone. But he, as it is, gets a 1st down. Chandler Law Firm 1st down out to the 37-yard line.
Huge hole that time, and Draquan just got tripped up. And like you say, if that hadn't happened, I think we're probably going to see him get hit nice and low here. Yeah, just tripped up by the ankle, and if not, he was gone.
So the ball spotted 37-yard line. In Mustang territory, snapped a little high, handled. Now Daniel Carr with the ball, and he's in open field, and this may go the distance. He's got a blocker, and nobody's going to catch him. He's going to run to the corner of the end zone. 5, touchdown for Daniel Carr. He breaks the line of scrimmage and makes it happen, and we have seen that before.
I'll tell you, he's a nightmare. That's all I can say. They had him boxed in. There were 3 or 4 guys around him. He was just biding his time, makes a good move, and once he broke into the clear, he got 1 good block downfield, and that was all she wrote.
63 yards on the run for Daniel Carr. And like you said, he has fresh legs. McCord with the point after try. It's up, and it's good. And Midland Valley now breaks out on top 10-0 over the home team Airport here on the Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week on ASTV and WRDW My 12.
Were you hurt on the job? Are you trying to keep your work comp payments? Do you feel like no one is listening? Your employer, the company doctor, the insurance company? Well, we're listening. Our workers' compensation team has helped hundreds of injured South Carolinians. Call us now and let us listen to you. For a free consultation, call 803-644-5335 or visit thechandlerlawfirm.com.
You can count on Chandler.
Did you know in the United States?
As Coach said, Midland Valley took advantage of a fumbled kickoff and got a field goal out of it. And they needed to do it again after that botched field goal try by Airport, and they did. A 63-yard run by Daniel Carr puts them up 10-0.
From the way he's lining up, I don't think he's going to kick it deep.
Kicks it hard, gets it over, but not down to Richardson. Now coming up, making a good run out past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
After that first kickoff return by Richardson, I dare say he should not touch the ball again on a kickoff.
Tariq Kruma one of those interesting names that I don't know how to pronounce. K.
And he's their free safety who played well. Let's watch this again on the touchdown run. There's one missed tackle. Should have him. Cuts back. And once we saw that, we knew what was going to happen.
Well, he had Stephon Morency right next to him.
Yeah, Morency gives him a little escort, and he's in the end zone.
Here comes Tucker, and they've got him hemmed up. They're going to run him out of bounds. Tucker may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. I think he's going to lose a yard. And that was a designed run. He was running inside to the left, came back across to the right, circled around, and ended up going out of bounds. 1 yard loss, second down and 11.
Nice penetration by the Midland Valley front four.
But Tucker, as advertised, is pretty elusive himself. Now he runs an empty backfield. 2 split wide to the right, 3 to the left. Going over the middle, got his man, and it's caught by number 11, C.J. Wright. He gets across midfield into Mustang territory to the 45-yard line.
And that was well executed. Nice play.
Airport quickly to the line of scrimmage. 3 back to the left again. This time going to go to the right. Got a man out there, and he caught it. That's a great pass. Kerry Richardson outran all the defenders, and a perfect strike by Foster.
And you know, I think the defensive safety made a play to intercept that ball, okay? And that's fine, but if you do that, you got to get both hands on the football, okay? And that didn't happen. Goes to the receiver, and easy touchdown.
40-yard pass, 45-yard pass from Foster to Richardson. Extra point try is up. This one's held well. And just like that, Midland Valley very quickly in a minute gets back down the field and cuts the lead 10-7. And let's keep it here and see if we've got the specs. Did you see that replay on that touchdown?
Once again, they're bringing 4 this time. A lot of times they line up with just 3 men up front, but that time they brought 4. And if you're going to step up to catch that football, you better touch it. You better have both hands around it.
Absolutely. And you're right. That's exactly what happened. So, as advertised, Richardson was going to be fast and Foster was going to be able to run and throw, and we've seen both of those things tonight. So Paxton Brooks handles the kickoffs. And this will be his first kickoff of the night after handling the extra point. He's also the punter. Does a little pop-up kick. Fielded at the 30-yard line.
Nice coverage.
The Airport got on it quickly. Did get the ball out to the 33-yard line where it'll bring up a Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. And we've had some explosive offense here in the first quarter, especially here in the last minute and a half. 1:31 left in the first quarter. 10-7. And here comes a flag. I believe this may be a legal substitution against Airport. Yep. Too many men on the field as the official from the side walked up and started counting them. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I only see 11. Oh, there's a 12th one.
That's too many. Can't have 12.
The 12th one was way on the other side. They finally have taken somebody out.
Yep.
So a 5-yard walk-off remains first down, 1st and 5. Ball comes out to the 43-yard line, rather 38-yard line. Man comes in motion, hands off to Draquan Carr. Got hit hard once he passed the line of scrimmage. He's up close to a first down. He's a yard short. He got 4, 2nd down and 1.
And sometimes when you see a running back running around like you just did there with Carr, after the play, that's just recognition that he took quite a hit. Let's watch this tackle. He's going to get up and say, yeah, it wasn't so bad.
Yeah, here he comes again. Puts his head down and drives forward, and I believe he got the first down, got 2 yards. That'll move the chains and bring up another Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to pass over the middle, hits his man, nice catch. And that's Xavier Leopard playing on offense. Makes a nice catch. Moves it into Eagle territory at the 39-yard line. That's a pickup of 18 yards.
That ball was well thrown by Daniel Carr. Nice catch. That's Leopard's 9th reception of the year. He's not one of their primary targets, but he looked good on that play.
Now going for it all, and he's got a man out there. That's Ennis. Made the catch for Midland Valley inside the 20 down to the 12-yard line.
And Ethan Ennis is one of their leading receivers. Okay, that's his 17th catch on the season. The leading receiver, who we have seen over the year, Stefan Morency, with 29 receptions for the Mustangs.
3 split wide to the left. Morency split lone to the right. Going to be a quick pitch, and this is Draquan Carr as he goes over the 10 down to the 6. That should be our final play of the first quarter. And we've had some action here in the first quarter.
Yeah, both teams pretty even, actually. Okay, 2 big plays for touchdowns, and the advantage goes to the Mustangs right now because of the field goal by Thomas McCord.
All right, we will switch sides of the field when we come back here on the Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week on ASTV and WRDW My 12.
Since 1970, Bragg Heating Company has been keeping Aiken and the surrounding communities comfortable. Our factory-trained staff can keep you on top of the latest in heating and cooling technology, and our complete metal shop allows us to make any specialty piece your home may need. We recommend the best systems for your home: Trane, Carrier, Mitsubishi ductless, and Bosch geothermal systems. We accept most major credit cards and offer financing, so when you need your system maintained, repaired, or replaced, call Bragg Heating Company. We're here to make you comfortable.
10-7 the score on the Security Federal scoreboard. Midland Valley up on Airport, 10-7.
In a good football game so far. All right, both teams had some success offensively, and both teams are hitting you on defense too. Big plays, major part of the game so far.
The big play, a 63-yard touchdown run by Daniel Carr. And then that was followed by a 45-yard pass from Tucker to Richardson.
The other big play was the opening kickoff. All right, a huge turnaround right there in the favor of the Mustangs.
All right, Midland Valley shuffles. Now Draquan Carr right in behind. He dives for the goal. I think they're going to spot him a yard short of the touchdown.
I like that call. I like that play. I like that formation. That gives the defense something else that they haven't seen. You got 2 blocking backs now in front of your running back, and that does a little bit of damage to your defensive alignment.
And off.
Oh, they did a nice job there on defense.
On that.
Ooh.
So in 1st and goal, try to go back to Draquan Carr, and he is
and he'll have to sit out for a play
as his helmet came off. I think they're going to say he lost a yard. So they'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 2.
Lost a yard, lost his helmet, lost his ability to play this play. If I had to bet, I'd say this is going to be Daniel Carr on a run-pass option, but we'll see what happens.
They're set up with the power to the left. Now they switch to the right side. And people were moving. I believe that's going to be a 5-yard walk-off against Midland Valley. And it is a procedure call against Midland Valley. So they're going the wrong way. They started off 1st and goal from the 1. Now it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 7. But with the penalty, they can put Draquan Carr back in the game.
A little confusion.
Looks like that's another flag, maybe. Officials talking it over. It's one of those times where you wish you had a microphone. And they're going to send, I know what that was about, but they're going to make Draquan Carr sit out a full play because he lost his helmet on the previous play, and the 5-yard walk-off didn't negate that. So they send him to the bench, and here comes.
Here we go.
And he's just going to coast in. Gets hit a little bit, but he was ready for it. And touchdown, Midland Valley. That was sort of anticlimactic. Once he got out there, it was like, does he really have the ball?
He's got the ball, and there was no way. I was just one play off. I love that play. Okay, and that's once again Carr rolling out. And that was a run-pass option instead of a pass-run option. And he sort of just glided into the end zone.
Oh, shot block against Midland Valley.
That's going to hurt.
So wipe the touchdown off the board and back it up 15 yards.
Oh, that's a big call.
So the 15-yard walk-off will come out to the 22-yard line. Now it is 2nd and goal from the 22. And we've seen a little bit of everything.
Might have to go into the bag of tricks right now.
You put the ball in the hand of number 1 and see what he can get done. They stay with McCorkle in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. Now runs up, runs out, stops, looks, makes a man miss. Now he throws it into the end zone. Incomplete. Whew, he's exciting. If nothing else, he was looking for Enos in the end zone.
And, it's funny to listen to the guys in the press box here. They think the play's over, and then, oh, no, he's still going. And the fans are doing the same thing.
It's like,
I thought it was done. No, he's still going.
All right, 3rd and 22. Daniel makes it exciting. This will be tough if they don't get a touchdown here. Take the touchdown off the board. And I believe they're going to take timeout. Airport is going to take a timeout. A Bragg Heating Company timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. We'll be back for the next play.
Hey, what do you think that sign says?
Eat more What is Well, it's the start of a word. Something like eat more cheese. Or eat more chili.
Chocolate. Eat more chocolate.
No, it's chowder.
Chimichangas.
Cheesecake.
Chewing gum. It could be chewing gum.
That's not how you spell chicken. I'm pretty sure.
Half lemonade, half ice cream. Frosted lemonade, starting at 240 calories.
Chick-fil-A commercial reminds us to dream a little dream of chicken for breakfast. Annabelle, our Chick-fil-A cow, reminds us that, and she's wanted us to remind you. Go by Chick-fil-A in Aiken on Whiskey Road in front of the mall, at the entrance to the mall on Whiskey Road. And they'll have everything you need for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner. And they provided us with our pregame meal. We appreciate Chick-fil-A of Aiken. Okay, 3rd down, 22. Airport called a timeout to make sure they didn't blow this. Now pump fakes, steps inside, now throws into the end zone, incomplete. Boy, he can make people miss, can
he? He does it all the time. Unfortunately, there was nobody open. He basically just threw that one away. Wasn't anybody close.
He stepped into the pocket and threw that thing with one step forward into the end zone, in the back of the end zone. All right. McCord on to kick. This will be a 39-yard field goal if it's good, and it is good. He hit a line drive shot that went through the uprights, and McCord playing big tonight. He's got 2 field goals, and Midland Valley leads 13-7.
And that one wasn't as pretty as the first one. That was twisting and just like you say, a line drive. The only good news was it went right through the uprights. Strong leg.
Yeah, McCord has a 42-yard field goal and now a 39-yard one. Midland Valley up 13-7. So that's a little disappointing. They had the touchdown, had Daniel Carr in the end zone with the touchdown. Unfortunately, a chop block penalty on Midland Valley brought it back. Midland Valley unable to do anything with it. So Airport holds Midland Valley to the 3 points. And now
Draquan Carr is going to be the kicker this time. We can expect something a little different, I believe.
Nothing else, he'll have some speed from the kicker's position.
He's probably going to be the safety, I would imagine.
He goes ahead and kicks it long. Obviously giving McCord a little bit of a break. Now some speed here outside, and he's still on his feet, brought down from behind. Number 8 is Osiris Hairston. And the tackle was made by Javante Edmondson as he brought him down from behind.
And Draquan was indeed the safety, but when he came up to make the tackle that time, he missed it. Big return by Hairston. Great field position, and they've got a little momentum on their side now. Scored a touchdown on their last possession, and now they've got the ball deep.
At the 33-yard line. Tucker hands off, and this is Feaster running hard at fullback. Right up the middle, he goes inside the 10 to the 9-yard line, and that's Zach Feaster, who's the outstanding linebacker. Using him here in the backfield. Big game. Chandler Law Firm 1st and goal from the 9.
And by reputation, he always plays hard, but I think he's a little playing a little extra harder because his brother is sitting on the sideline with his left knee wrapped up in an ice bag because of an injury that he received in the first quarter.
He's actually laying on the gurney over here next to the fence. So all right. I think they had to do some housework, move some people around there. 2nd and goal from the 6. Now here comes Tucker. Tucker runs hard inside. He's down close. He's going to be stopped a yard short. So 3rd down and 1. And that was where Midland Valley was just a little while ago. And as we saw on 1st and goal from the 1, they were unable to get it into the end zone. So it's never a sure thing.
It's amazing how quickly momentum can change. If they had scored that touchdown and it hadn't been called back, I think it would be a different story right now, but now Airport's got things rolling their way.
And here's Jonathan Earl, knocks a man down on his way to the touchdown, and Airport ties things up at 13 with an extra point coming. So the momentum shifts, and as Coach said, that touchdown taken off the board, not scoring on a 1st and goal from the 1, but only getting the field goal. Hurt some of that momentum from Midland Valley. Here's the extra point try, stretches out, kicks up, it's good.
Nice kick.
And the score, Airport has its first lead of the game, 14-13 over the Mustangs. And impressive kickoff return and took care of business.
They sure did.
3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Very efficient, and a big play by Feaster. Nice run to set the touchdown up. Well executed in every facet there by Airport. And they have some speed. We knew that coming in. And their kickoff returns have been outstanding.
Midland Valley quickly gets out on the field, ready to take the kickoff. But before we do that, let's go down the field. And Eric has some scores on the Auto Tech sideline report for us.
Hey guys, South Aiken has a lead in their game, 19-0. North Augusta has taken the lead 14-7. Stromthurman and Batesburg are tied up at 7, and Aiken is up 20-7 on Gilbert.
Okay. Very good. Thank you.
The pleasant surprise is 19-0 for South Aiken. Good for them.
Little pop-up kick, and this DJ Boyd, he tried to step out of it and get some room. As it is, he stepped backwards and lost yardage. So he caught that around the 30 and went back to the 26. So with 9:10 left to go here in the second quarter, Midland Valley finds themselves looking up at Airport now for the first time in the game as they trail 14-13. Again, Midland Valley took a 10-0 lead in the first quarter, only to see Airport quickly return the favor, score a touchdown on a 45-yard pass. Midland Valley kicked another field goal, went up 13-7, and you just saw Airport score to get that 1-point lead. Here's Draquan Carr. He takes it out to the 30-yard line, a 4-yard gain, 2nd down and 6.
And you know, we've seen Draquan over the last couple of years. At the beginning of this year, he did a very nice job, but he really seems more determined to me tonight. He really seems like he's picked it up a notch.
I'm sure the coaches have really stressed to him the importance of this and how bad they need him to pick up some big yardage, and he's done that this year.
He sure has.
Fake. And here's Daniel Carr looking back, going long. Got a man way out there, and it's picked off by Airport. Unable to bring him down, so here comes Airport back the other way. Good tackle. Xavier Hernandez, or Leapart rather, out on the field, makes a tackle. He wasn't going any further than that. And that was number 5.
No, that was Kruma, number 6. Number 6.
Kruma.
Tariq Kruma, and he has had a good ball game so far. Early in the first quarter, we saw him break up a play, big hit, nice tackles, and that interception is huge. Well played.
Did well to break out of the grips of the intended receiver and get down the field into Mustang territory at the 46. And here comes Earl again. Earl's up the middle, open field. And he's corralled at the 30. And on that read play, he got through the line of scrimmage and broke to his left, and he had a lot of green in front of him.
Skylar Brown, I believe, in on the tackle that time.
Gain was 17 yards. Airport now taking the momentum, trying to increase their lead. There's a pass on the slant intended for number 2. That's Richardson, but had it out in front of him.
And I'll tell you what, that was a great call. He was really split wide and just got man-on-man coverage. Was able to run just a little skinny slant inside, and if the ball had been delivered more accurately, he'd have been in the end zone. Same situation here.
Here comes an option. Tucker trying to get to the edge. He's hit hard and hit out of bounds. And the Airport coaches are wanting helmet to helmet.
Yes, they do.
I don't believe they're going to call it. And it's out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Actually, they say he went out of bounds at the 28. So a gain of a yard, 3rd down and 9.
Watch that slant again.
Yeah, the middle is open. There's no safety.
If he can just get an inside release, he's going to have a lot of space. I can tell you that. One-on-one coverage here.
I'm sure the coaches on top of the press box can see that, so Airport going to call a timeout, come to the side and talk about that, and we'll see what they do when we return on the Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
Were you hurt on the job? Are you trying to keep your work comp payments? Do you feel like no one is listening? Your employer, the company doctor, the insurance company? Well, we're listening. Our workers' compensation team has helped hundreds of injured South Carolinians. Call us now and let us listen to you. For a free consultation, call 803-644-5335 or visit thechandlerlawfirm.com.
You can count on Chandler.
Did you know in the United States?
Had time to throw it, and he threw that ball a long way. That's just a nice athletic interception by Tariq Kruma.
All right, we're back playing here. Now here's a pass down the middle. He's got a man. Couldn't haul it in with the one hand. Calhoun was the intended receiver. So it's 4th down, 4th and 9. And the offense is staying out on the field. And I suppose that this may be a little bit too far for field goal. So Airport will go for it. This is a big play for Midland Valley. They need to get off the field and get the ball back for their offense and see if they can get some momentum switch. And this would be the way to do it.
I think they're going to try to throw it number 12 again.
Here's some pressure and pass falls incomplete. So Midland Valley, we got holding against Airport is a call, the flag on the field, but they'll decline that and take the ball. And Midland Valley does a good job of holding Airport. And will take over Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. And let's see what Daniel Carr can get going here. 7:37 left to go until halftime, and Midland Valley trails by a point. Midland Valley will receive the opening kickoff of the second half, if you want to look ahead that far. Snap goes to Carr. Carr comes in hard. Looks like a ball. Actually, that wasn't Carr. That was Enos, wasn't it? Yeah, that was Ethan Enos.
No, I think that was Carr.
Well, 15 was down there on the pile trying to get the ball.
He was. He got in there late, but Carr was the ball carrier.
Yeah, it had to be Carr. He's on the field. Now the officials are sending 51 for Midland Valley to the sidelines. That's John Cogburn. Not sure what that was all about. I think he may have had a helmet problem that needed to be repaired. So 2nd down and 4. Carr hits the pile and moves it back. That was tough running. It's going to be about a half-yard short of the 1st down. So 3rd and short.
Draquan Carr is only 5'8", but he goes about 170 according to the lineup we have. Powerful young man.
He's a spark plug. He comes in low, too. So he's hard to stop. I'm sure that's who they'll go to here. They do. He runs into his own man, but he got the 1st down. So he picks up a yard. He only needed a half a yard. So they'll move the chains. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10. As the ball's out to the 39-yard line. Clock continues to move. I'm sure Midland Valley would like to control it and run the rest of that clock off. Don't put it back into Airport's hands if they can all make that happen. Here's a pitch. Carr does a good job of making the 1st man miss, but the 2nd man was there. He's going to lose a yard. And we're up second down and 11.
You know, that was really well played by the Airport Eagles. Midland Valley tried to run the option, and they kind of slow played it to the outside, so Carr had to pitch it. There was nowhere for him to run, and they had 2 guys there waiting for the pitch.
They're going to say that he did get back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll be second down and 10. And you're right, they do a good job of covering the pitch man.
They sure do.
Now, they've had some success with Daniel Carr keeping it on that option.
You know, we give Daniel Carr a lot of credit, and a lot of his big gains are broken plays. He just keeps the play going.
Yep. Now they've got something wrong. He's pointing back. I don't know if it's the play clock or...
Yeah, it was one of the clocks, yeah.
So here comes the option again. Here comes Daniel trying to run. And they contain him this time. He slips out at the end, but they've blown him dead at the 39-yard line. Another no-gain play. Third down and 10 coming up.
And again, they tried to run the option this time to their offensive left. It was also well defended, so he tried to make something great happen going back to the other side, and there just wasn't anything there at that time.
And one thing you got to do when you play Carr from this quarterback position is you got to play your lanes, and Airport did a great job of that on that play. It's easier said than done.
I agree.
Yeah, he's looking. Here he comes. Oh, he's stripped. The ball's on the ground. And I think Midland Valley may have recovered it. It's going to be a loss. So he lost 4 yards on the play. It goes as a sack and a fumble recovered by Midland Valley. So fourth down from the 35-yard line.
That was a terrific defensive series by Airport.
Harrison deep to receive. The punt from McCorkle.
Oh, nice
High kick.
That's better.
That's called a fair catch. You must have called that one early.
Yeah, I think the coaches may have said something to him earlier, and it was the same situation there. Very nice high kick, easy to cover. There were 4 defenders right there. Smart move.
So the ball taken at the 34-yard line. Chandler Law Firm, first and 10. Stay tuned for the end of tonight's game where we'll be naming the Tal Wilkins Center for Dentistry MVP of tonight's game. So you'll want to stay post-game to see that announcement. Airport with a less spread offense. Fakes the pitch, keeps himself, and Tucker gets about 9 yards. He'll be a yard short. Again, that was a nice little fake.
That was a good fake.
Make it bootleg.
And he's run that play twice now, once to the right, once to the left, and both times outstanding play action fake, and had the defense fooled again. Good pickup.
Second down and 1. There's a little reverse. Get Richardson involved. He's going to pick up about 5 yards, just short of the 50 at the 49-yard line. Move the chains. Chandler Law Firm, first and 10 at the 49.
Pretty sharp little play there. Nice little toss for the reverse. Good pickup, first down.
So now the shoe's on the other foot. Airport willing to take their time, run some clock, see if they can extend their lead, which is 1 point at this time. Earl hits the hole hard. He's a little bit bigger than Draquan Carr, but he runs about the same. Picked up 5 yards. Second down and 5.
He's also got a nice blocking back in there for him, a blocking back, I should say, and that's Feaster. He's doing a nice job. He'll hit you.
Here comes Tucker. Tucker slips down, and he stiff arms, gets out of the pile. And he's tough to bring down, too. And he's out over the 35 to the 34.
And I think we've got an illegal block in the backfield, so that's going to hurt.
Block in the back. It's going to bring it back.
And if we can see that play again, you'll notice that that's one of those plays where the blocker was in good position initially, and then the quarterback started to run, and the defender turned his back on him, and not a whole lot he could do. Okay,
that
and
may be a spot foul, too.
Got him down. There you go. And he did hit him in the back, no question about it.
And that ends up being a 10-yard walk-off, and it was 3 yards deep in the backfield. So it goes all the way back to the 37-yard line. So it'll be second down and 20-something. Passed it out to Richardson. Richardson can't get away. He goes down at the 41-yard line.
That was well covered. They had 3 players right there by the time the ball got to the receiver.
A 3rd and 18. So another big play from Midland Valley. Want to get the ball back. They still have 2 timeouts left to go here in the first half. This clock winds down just under 2 minutes. Straight drop back. Tucker looks. Now he's under pressure. And now there's a flag. He'll be holding. He's sacked. Tucker goes down. Midland Valley may want to call a timeout here. Of course, the clock's going to stop because of the hold. Flags on the play. They'll decline the penalty because he lost about 10 yards on the play.
Michael Bayham in there for the sack. And now they're moving in the wrong direction. Bayham, we talked about him earlier. One of the really strong defensive players in our area. 6'1" senior, goes about 255 from the defensive line, and moves very well for a big man.
So that is a 10-yard loss on the sack, so it'll bring up 4th down and 28. And I think that they will let the clock run, and again, if I was Midland Valley, I'd be tempted to take a timeout and stop the clock, but they're going to let it roll.
Well, they'll get it back barring a fumble or something crazy, but
and again,
they'll have time.
They do get the ball to start the second half. Great punt, very high, fair catch called by. And they're going to let him have that. It was just a love hug as he came down. Xavier Leifart caught it. They're going to say no harm, no foul. And they've caught so much heck from the airport bench over calls. They may have been saying, no need to call that one. Didn't hit him too hard. So 1:11 left to go till halftime. And the ball at the 31-yard line, Midland Valley territory. Daniel Carr looks to the sidelines to get the call. Be interesting to see what they try to get accomplished here in this last minute. And in motion. They hand off to Draquan Carr. Now he's got some room and he's in the open. He goes across the 50 to the 40. Got a man to beat. Got the stiff arm. Gets through it. Fights hard. Gets into 10-5. Touchdown, Midland Valley. Midland Valley. I think that Airport was looking for the pass. And they go to Draquan Carr. He gets in the open. And what a will to stay on his feet and get in the end zone. And 56.6 seconds left to go until halftime. And Midland Valley takes the lead.
Looked like a very simple play to start, and then Draquan Carr turned it into something very, very special. Outran the defender. The guy grabbed a hold of him. He kept his feet. Made another guy miss. That was a tremendous effort. Great, great effort. Took him about 10 seconds to do that.
One car, 63 yards. This car goes 69 yards. The point after try is good. And our score Midland Valley goes up 20-14 with the 56 seconds left to go. And Draquan really turned it on.
He
but
sure did.
Where he really made the play is we look at did you see that Specs replay?
Good blocking up front. Gets to the corner with no problem.
This stiff arm right here is a great one.
Looks like he's going to be run out. Keeps his balance. Makes two people miss there. Tremendous effort to get in the end zone.
Well, that's a little bit of makeup for the first and goal from the one where Midland Valley did not score the touchdown.
We've used a few references to cars over the years, but I think those two cars are high octane. They've got some speed.
And Draquan back to kick. So you run it 69 yards, your reward is you get to kick off.
He'll be the safety again.
And McCord did kick the extra point, so not sure if there's a problem there or not. Kicks it away, fielded at the 15. And they've had some success tonight running the ball on kickoffs. That was Richardson that came up and fielded, and he gets up to the 40-yard line. So Airport's not done yet.
And there's nothing wrong with the kicker there. McCord, I'm sure, they just want Draquan to be the safety. There's no doubt about that. He was 15 yards behind everybody else going down the field. He's indeed what a true safety is. Don't let anybody break one long on us.
Yeah, that's not a bad strategy to get your kicker involved to have some athletic ability. Not that the kickers don't have athletic ability. Usually it's not like some of the other players.
How many times in high school do you see a kid that weighs about 110 pounds, but he can kick the ball? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
So he's not going to make big hits. Carr can make a big hit. There's a big hit.
Boy,
nice play.
And he stays on his feet and going to lose yardage, and that was Xavier Leapart who came up and made a big hit in the middle that knocked him back. And that's going to be a big loss.
And that was Josh Tucker. Good effort by the
Here's the replay.
Midland Valley Mustangs.
And watch this. He comes into, looks like he's going to get yardage, and that's quite a stick in that hole.
Yep.
And there's some licks being passed out there. Midland Valley is not backing down. Now the Airport coaches complaining about too much celebration by Midland Valley.
And they have to watch that just a little bit, okay? Make the play, but they're not going to let you taunt the other team. They're going to make sure that you're keeping your head calm and good sportsmanship and all that kind of thing. But shoot, it's a high school football game. It's exciting out there.
3rd down and 10. Again, both these teams undefeated in conference play. And you got 16 seconds left to go. Midland Valley's got 2 timeouts. They may want to call one here if they stop them. Now Tucker was hit hard and almost picked off. Now they get up and now they start pushing, and here comes flags. There's a flag out on the field. I'm not so sure that the Airport bench isn't egging them on a little bit once they get over there. Got unsportsmanlike conduct against Airport is the call. Now here comes the coach out on the field, and they just sent him back to the sidelines. Didn't call another flag.
Well, he's lucky that he's not going to get a flag on that. Okay, I don't believe there was timeout called or anything like that for him to be on the field. And he's got to watch his team a little bit. You see that white line out there? They're supposed to stay behind that blue one, I believe, and there's a lot of guys in front of it.
When I said that, I felt like Airport was over there baiting Midland Valley once they got over on the sidelines. And that's what they called, unsportsmanlike on Airport. They also called an illegal forward pass that he'd crossed the line of scrimmage. And now they're discussing which penalty to take. An illegal forward pass, I'm not sure that's not a loss of down, is it?
Yeah.
And if it's a loss of down, it'll be 4th down. You take that and force them to punt.
Good job by some of the coaches over there calming down the coach.
Yeah, it's a loss of down and unsportsmanlike, too. I don't know if they're going to walk off both of them. Because I'm thinking that the unsportsmanlike came as a dead ball foul. So you're going to back them up. I think it's a 10-yarder going across the line of scrimmage. And then you go 15 more. And that'll be about half the distance. It's going to end around the 15-yard line. Well, they're going to end it at the 20.
So they've got about 30 yards to go here.
And Midland Valley Airport's going to call a timeout. That's an interesting call. I guess he wants to. Did you see the end of the Michigan State-Michigan game?
I was just thinking about the very same thing.
After seeing that, if you people didn't see it, it was about this much time was left on the clock, and Michigan tried to punt it, had the ball game won, and ended up muffed punt, and it went to Michigan State. Michigan State ran it down, somehow got into the end zone, and won the game on the last play of the game. Of course, this is just a halftime, but you don't want something like that happening if you're Airport, so I suppose that's what that is calm everybody down, and let's make sure we get into halftime only trailing 20-14. Midland Valley, on the other hand, has got Xavier Leapart deep. Now, the last punt was an excellent punt by Paxton Brooks. Let's see what he comes up with here. Gets it away. This is not quite as high, and it's going to just land, and this may be the end of the first half. It is. Clock runs out. Good punt by Brooks by not letting it get to him. And now Airport will go to the locker room trailing Midland Valley 20-14 here on senior night on their home field. And what a first half we just witnessed.
And I thought we might see this, but the coach is out there having a little discussion with all the referees.
Now, he's been having a discussion, the coach from Airport, the entire game. And I'm not so sure if I'm not Coach McKnight that I don't come out there with them, but I'm sure they've got it under control.
He has not been happy. There have been a number of calls that he took exception to.
It appears to me, there's some coaches that you just can't make happy, and they see something wrong with every single play. And they have sort of appeared to be that way on no calls, on calls, everything's.
And there you see
Coach Holtz was that way at Carolina. He never saw a good call, I don't think.
Referee's the peacemaker here. This one, the official is patting him on the back, say, "Coach, just calm down. We'll get it right."
Well, he's going to plead his case, and he's got another half to make up for it. But we're at halftime. Score 20-7, Midland Valley with the lead. We'll take a break and come back for halftime festivities here in the Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week on ASTV and WRDW My 12.
We give very good deals. We don't have the overhead and the dock fees and all the junk that all the newer, fancier dealers do. So people like that hometown atmosphere, and it works for us. And so we continue to do what works for us. And so we just like to keep it plain and simple. You come see us, you'll be glad you did.
Weekends are for resting, relaxing, and recharging your batteries. A good weekend can also give you the time to catch up on business you couldn't get to during the week. For Security Federal Bank customers, that means banking business. What does 7-day banking mean to your banker? More importantly, what does it mean to you? At Security Federal Bank, being open 7 days a week means just that. That's why our Southside branch on Whiskey Road in front of Target is open for business every day, even Saturday and Sunday. We're proud to be the only bank to be open 7 days a week in Aiken County.
Since 1970, Bragg Heating Company has been keeping Aiken and the surrounding communities comfortable. Our factory-trained staff can keep you on top of the latest in heating and cooling technology, and our complete metal shop allows us to make any specialty piece your home may need. We recommend the best systems for your home: Trane, Carrier, Mitsubishi Ductless, and Bosch geothermal systems. We accept most major credit cards and offer financing, so when you need your system maintained, repaired, or replaced, call Bragg Heating Company. We're here to make you comfortable.
We can talk about that a bit.
Welcome back. Halftime here at Airport High School, where Airport, 8-0 on the season, finds themselves on the short end of a 20-14 score as Midland Valley making a little noise here tonight, Coach.
They are making some noise, and they've done it with big plays and not unexpected, okay? The Carrs are doing it again, and Daniel had a great run, and then Draquan had a terrific run. We've had a couple of nice field goals, and, Thomas McCord did his job, so things are looking pretty good right now for Midland Valley.
Midland Valley certainly has gotten some breaks. The opening kickoff was returned to, about the 30-yard line, and a fumble that they recovered and turned around, came down and kicked the opening field goal to go up 3-0, and then they had the botched field goal, Airport did, and missed that field goal, and they turned around and got a 63-yard run from Daniel Carr and went up 10-0.
And then after that, it looked to me like Airport was taking over. They looked very, very sharp. They got a couple of nice returns on kicks and ran their offense very well. Nice touchdown pass, and then they moved the ball on the ground after returning a kick to about the 30-yard line of the Mustangs. And I thought, well, here they come. They're going to take over a little bit. Here we've got Daniel Carr, and I believe this will be his first touchdown. And as we've said over and over again throughout the season, he is scary. He's a nightmare for the defenders.
That was just a nice run, but that was very similar to the touchdown run. He ended up cutting it back in the field. That's the first field goal, which was good.
And look at that daggone
way
kick.
Back there.
That was a 42-yard field goal that cleared it by at least 10 yards. It would have been good from 52 yards. McCord really did a nice job.
So from the standpoint of the field goal, the 63-yard run, that was followed almost within a minute, 45-yard pass from Tucker to Richardson, their outstanding wide receiver.
Here comes Carr.
Cut the lead 10-7, and this is the long run that we talked about.
Yeah, and it's almost like he's, you can see it in slow motion. You know as soon as he breaks into the clear, there's not going to be anybody that can come close to him. Too bad that he had that other one called back.
Then Midland Valley was able to get a field goal at the start of the second quarter. It was a 39-yard field goal by McCord, and that was answered by a nice kickoff return to around the 33-yard line, and Airport was able to take it in the rest of the way. A 1-yard run by Earl gave them their first lead of the game, 14-13. But then, as time was getting ready to run out on Midland Valley in the first half, Draquan Carr went around the right side, found a hole, 69 yards, and quite a run. I'm sure we'll see a replay of that in just a second. It came after that touchdown by Earl. But that's one of the most outstanding touchdown runs I think that we've seen since we've been covering the football. Great stiff arm. This is the interception.
Another defensive play there, and that was a good play by one of the people that's had an impact on the game defensively, and that's Tariq Kruma. Okay, and I think I got that last name right, Kruma.
Kruma, it's one of the more interesting spelled ones, K-H-R-U-M-A-H.
And here we go. Draquan with only a minute and 11 seconds left in the ball game at the end of the first half. They had him. Two of them. No, sir. Good balance, good effort into the end zone. Terrific run.
And so Midland Valley leads 20-14 on the Security Federal scoreboard. And we don't have a band to show you. Apparently the band doesn't play on senior night or it's Hall of Fame night. I think they got several different things going on here at Airport tonight. But what we do have is we have Eric and the Autotech sideline report with us, and I think Eric's got some scores for us.
I indeed do, you guys. The biggest score right now is the fact that South Aiken is up 33-14 on White Knoll at the half.
And in a bit of a surprise, after we talked about the defense so much in the pregame, it's apparently been the defense that's gotten the job done. For a while there, from the reports I got, it looked like they were going to be able to hold on to a shutout, but eventually White Knoll got on the board, but they are still cruising at halftime. Elsewhere, you have North Augusta up 21-13. Strom Thurmond is clinging to a 10-7 lead over Batesburg Leesville at halftime. Also, Aiken has a 27-14 lead over Gilbert, and Silver Bluff is up 37-7 at halftime. And from what I heard there, Silver Bluff scored, and after the first two scores, they went for onside kicks, so they are not playing any games.
Not taking any chances, right?
Yes.
I like that. And one of the things I would say about Silver Bluff, no matter how good their team is, and we've seen them over the years be very, very good, and then we've seen them in a couple of down seasons, Al Lown teaches his kids that we are going to play the game to win. We're not just out here to play. We're trying to win, and we will do anything that we think is necessary. And if he had two onside kicks, are you telling me that he recovered both of them tonight?
That was a little vague, but I'm pretty sure the first one was recovered. I'm not sure about the second one there. It was via text message.
And that is demoralizing to the team that does not recover them properly when they're being kicked too. So congratulations so far to the coaching staff at Silver Bluff who pulled out all the stops, and looks like they've got a good game rolling.
Yeah, from your perspective, you're down there on the sidelines. Up here in the booth, we're a little bit away from it and insulated. It seems to me, from looking down there, that the intensity in the second quarter really picked up in this game.
It did indeed. I think Midland Valley came in here and they jumped on the board there and got out to a big lead, and then Airport kind of stunned them for a little bit, but they answered back, and then the intensity did pick up there in that second half. And on that final drive, those were three big hits on each of those runs there at the end, which the last hit, which led to the sideline going nuts because they felt like it was a late hit, and it did appear pretty late, but once all was said and done, it turned out both flags were on them, one for an illegal forward pass and the other because one kid pushed a player from Midland Valley, which is what drew that second flag.
Oh, well, it looked like from me up here that Airport was baiting Midland Valley, and that's where the unsportsmanlike came from, was that Airport was trying, whether it's pushing them like you were down there and seeing it. So didn't surprise me that it went against Airport. Their coach certainly has complained a lot here in the first half.
I believe the one there at the end was because he was protecting his quarterback there because he felt like it was a late hit, and he was going out of bounds when the hit came. I couldn't fully see if he had gotten out of bounds or the effect of that, but as the coach and the sideline felt it was a late hit, and that's kind of what you expect from a coach. If they feel like their quarterback is taking the cheap shot, they're going to.
And actually, that one I would have agreed with in terms of protecting his quarterback and getting carried. But it's probably worked against him. He's complained about everything all night long. He's complained about plays that weren't called and plays that were called, and he just doesn't seem to be very happy tonight. I don't know if he's like that all the time, or tonight he's just seen a couple of things that set him off.
There was one point in there, I'm not sure if it was so much of a complaint as down here in the red zone when Dre Quan came back in. He actually had a point there. They tried to put Dre Quan back in, and the play was not actually run after he lost his helmet. It was a penalty, actually, and you can't come back in after a penalty. It has to be a play run, and they tried to put Dre Quan back in, and obviously he noticed that, and he pointed it out to the referee.
Yeah, that one he was right. Yeah, that one actually, Midland Valley said, okay, he called a penalty, so I guess we had to put him back in, which I wasn't sure what the rule was either. So that one's understandable, and he was right. But he's been yelling at him, giving him a hard time most of the night. Sometimes you do that too much, then they don't necessarily respond real well when it's time to maybe get the call.
Yeah, that will be interesting to see as the game goes forward, because that was a lengthy discussion there before halftime as they were walking off.
But Coach, if you ever run out on the field and yelled at a referee, I wouldn't think you would.
No, I never did that. I never did that. So you have assistants to do that. so if somebody gets thrown out, it's them. Now, the sideline, the team from Airport, looks like they're crowding that sideline up there. And I know that they're not supposed to be on that white line there, are they? Okay.
Well, on the sideline down here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's not much room between the edge of the field, the out of bounds marker, and the actual where the track starts.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if it's a thing where they're trying to just be close to the action, but it isn't much room there. So if many of them are trying to stand there and be on the grass, it's not much space. So I believe that's what this blue line is for, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think that blue line is actually for the soccer field, I believe, and that makes a difference, of course. But so I think they're supposed to stay off of that wide white line,
yeah,
and stay in the box. They can't go any further down than the 25-yard line on either side. But and maybe we just have a bad angle up here, but it looks like they're almost on the field, a lot of them, and the coaches were certainly on the field a few times
the coaches
tonight.
particularly were. And Midland Valley may be doing it on the other side. We can't really see them.
But you're right too, Eric. That track is very, very close there, and they probably want to stay off of that, and be on the field. Everybody likes to get as close as they can.
Yeah.
All right. Once again, we're at halftime. The players have come back out on the field, and Midland Valley leads Airport 20-14 in the Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week on ASTV and WRDW My 12. We'll take a break, and we'll come back for the second half kickoff.
Did you know in the United States someone dies in a drunk driving accident every 52 minutes? I know the statistics all too well. We represent the innocent victims of alcohol-related crashes. We see firsthand the devastation that alcohol can cause for victims and their families. Too often it leads to serious injuries or worse. On behalf of the Chandler Law Firm, a law firm representing injured people, we urge you, please don't drink and drive.
Tyler's Tire and Auto Center, founded in 1963, family owned and operated for 50 years and dedicated to customer service with safety of your family, our top priority. Tyler's Tire is a full-service tire retail, tire repair, and automotive repair facility with ASC certified mechanics. Located in two locations, 1019 Richland Avenue West and 1518 Whiskey Road. Let our family take care of yours. Tyler's Tire and Auto Center.
You've heard of 6 degrees of separation? In Aiken, it's more like 1 or 2. It's a rare day that I don't go to a grocery store and see a former patient, their mother or father, or son or daughter. That's the nature of practicing medicine in a relatively small town, especially emergency medicine. But that's exactly what got me into practicing medicine in the first place, making that personal connection and helping people I know.
People you know, healthcare you trust. Aiken Regional Medical Centers.
Back here, end of the halftime festivities. And Midland Valley leads 20-14. You're taking a look right there at Jacob Feaster. He was injured. He's a defensive player for Airport and hurt his knee, but he's laid on the gurney over on the sidelines most of the first half, so it's good to see him sitting up. He's got some crutches. He probably is done, maybe, hopefully not for the whole year, but certainly for tonight, even though he still has his shoulder pads on, Coach.
Well, he's got his shoulder pads on, but he's also got that leg brace on now on that left leg, and it's kind of poignant. I'm assuming that it's his brother out there, and we've got Jacob and Zach Feaster, and as I look down with him being attended to by the trainer and maybe the team doctor, ice pack, leg wrapped in an ice pack and so on. Then they put the leg brace on him, and I am sure it was his mom and dad right there, and I'm sure they had mixed feelings. They've got a son who's still on the field and one of the stars for Airport, and unfortunately their other son is laying over there with a bummed up knee. You don't like to see that. That pulls at your heartstrings there, and especially for the moms. they don't like that.
Yeah, well, that's tough. All right, Midland Valley's discuss things as they head back to the bench. Now, Coach, this would be a big win for Airport, but it'd be huge. And we really can't underemphasize the fact of how big it would be for Midland Valley to get this win. What do they need to do to get this win? They got one more half. They've got the lead.
Yeah, well,
Airport's going to come strong.
The one thing that I don't think we'll see them do that we see a lot of teams do, they've got a lead, but it's not a big enough lead. They're going to have to keep running the things that they've been doing. They got to give the ball to Draquan. There's no question about that. Daniel has to be the double threat, the dual threat that he is. He's got to be able to run the football and throw the football. They've done both of those things pretty well. And then defensively, they've got to maintain their composure on defense. Don't let the excitement get too much to them, and they've got to shut down this Airport team that at times during the first half really looked sharp offensively.
When you say that you're not going to shut down Airport, I think Airport's going to score some more points. I think the important thing is to stay ahead, to keep putting points on the board.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Don't sit on it. You know, you see a lot of teams, they try to sit on it. He can't do that, and I don't think he will. Okay, I'm pretty sure they're going to keep running their same offense. It's what got them this far, and you know, they want this game badly, and they have an opportunity to do exactly what we thought they might do. And coming into the game, they were certainly the underdogs, but I think we said in the pregame show it would not shock us if they could pull off the upset.
All right, Brooks, the kicker, is set to go. Midland Valley, not sure who's deep. And they do a little onside kick, and the ball is going to go out of bounds. That was a great effort.
It sure was.
Great kick by Brooks. And the Airport could not recover it over here on the sidelines. It went out of bounds. And it looks like it's going to be spotted at, well, they're going to throw the flag and say it went out of bounds, and that'll put it at 35-yard lines. It went out of bounds about 33, I think. It's not going to really matter whether it's 33 or 35.
And have another dispute with the coaches.
And the coaches are already arguing about something. They didn't recover it, so.
You know, it seems to me that over the last several years, the number of different kinds of kicks that we see in football has really accelerated, and you see a whole lot of different things going on. It's kind of neat, all right? You got those short little pooch kicks just like that. You've got the ones where you got the kicker that can kick it out of the end zone. It's become, I think, a more important part of the game.
It's interesting. They could have taken the 5-yard penalty, make them re-kick, but I think this is the right thing to do. Get the ball in Daniel Carr's hands now, and let's see what he can do. So the first snap of the second half. It's a handoff to Draquan Carr. He scored on this earlier, and now he's in the open field. He's at the 40, he's 30. He's cutting back inside. He's got one man to beat. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, 65 yards.
Now, I don't know if you could see that, but I'm quite certain I'm right about this. Two people had an angle on him, okay? And I think, just like Secretariat used to do, okay, he slowed down just a little bit, and they relaxed a little bit, and then he put it into another gear, and he just ran away from him. And they had the angle on him. That's a tremendous run by Draquan.
Oh, he's got one of 69 yards to end the first half. He opens the second half with a 65-yard run, and the kicking unit, I assume, is out there. Or are they going to try to go for two now? They lead 26-14, and I believe they're going to go ahead and go for two. They show that formation with the powers to the left. They switch over to the right. Xavier Liepart leads the way. They hand it off, and they tackle Draquan Carr quickly this time for no gain and short of the extra point. But very quickly, Midland Valley puts 6 points on the board, and here's a replay of the touchdown run. Let's see if what you call it is right.
Now watch this. Here they come. They've got an angle on him. And he just runs right away from him. Unbelievable.
Hard to tell. The up speeds up, slowed down.
I don't know. It looked like he was just going on that one.
Yeah,
on the replay, I may have been a little wrong on that. He didn't hesitate at all. He just took off. But I'm just surprised with the angle. Neither one of those guys could make a contact with him.
Well, the good news, Midland Valley on the first play scores a touchdown, extends the lead 26-14 if you're a Mustang fan watching. Bad news is they did it so quick, they only took 15 seconds off the board, and Airport going to get it back, and obviously got plenty of time.
Draquan better be in good shape because he's the safety back here again.
And here comes
relaxes
Richardson.
a little bit.
Richardson.
Get ready. Get ready.
That's number 8. Oh, and he's hit hard. They spun him around, and he's hit tough. And number 8 is Asirius Harrison, who has the return, and they've done a good job returning the ball tonight.
They sure have.
Takeoffs.
Javius Eubanks made the tackle there that finally put him down, and then when they got up, the runner and the tackler patted each other on the back. Good, strong contact, good competition, good sportsmanship.
46-yard line, Chandler Law Firm, 1st and 10. Handoff, and down goes Earl. Earl tried to step outside, and he got tripped up, so he'll have a loss of 2 yards. 2nd down and 12.
You know, Earl is listed as around 200 pounds, maybe a little over 200 pounds. Got the nice, strong legs. Good running back. Midland Valley's done a pretty nice job on him, though.
Yeah, this is a keeper. Tucker looking for an angle. He's going to pick up a couple yards, but he's gang tackled over on the side. And there's some licks being passed, that's for sure.
By both teams. One of the tacklers for the Mustangs, Kyle DeHaze again. We've called his name a few times tonight.
Pickup was 3 yards. 3rd down and 9. Now, Airport has not shown much in the passing department tonight. This is a passing down. He's going to try to get it outside and give Earl some space. Midland Valley comes up quick. He's going to be a yard short of the 1st down. He's at the 45. Needs to get to the 44.
This will be an interesting call. I think they're going to go for it.
And they're running the offense in there, and they're going to go fast. So 4th and 1. Big play here. Goes quickly. Comes inside, able to make a man miss. They had him stopped in the backfield short, but he made a nice little move to his right and headed upfield and gets the 1st down, does Earl, as he picked up 4 yards and a Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And you're exactly right. He made a nice move, and it's only 4 yards, but it's an important 4 yards. Got him the 1st down, and they had him in the backfield.
Backs up, looks right, now looks left, now going to run. And he's got some wheels on him, too. He goes to the 31-yard line, and he may have the 1st down. Depends on where they spot it. They're going to say he's at the 32. He's a yard short, 2nd down and 1. And quickly again, this time, comes up fast, makes the tackle on Earl. I think that's McCorkle making the tackle. And I believe he picked up a yard, but let's see if they call a timeout to bring the chains on the field. They do call an official timeout, and they'll bring the chains out to see if he got the 1st down.
You know, one of the things we haven't mentioned tonight, Josh Tucker, the quarterback for Airport, did not start out the season as their quarterback. He was a wide receiver, and the quarterback was the coach's son. And Brett Burnett, 6'2", 195, good athlete, good quarterback. And the coach had nothing but praise for Josh Tucker, who stepped in after his son was injured and has done a really fine job for this Airport team.
They did get enough for the 1st down, so move the chains. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Tucker definitely is elusive. And maybe Carr's equal as he goes middle of the field, follows his blockers, picks up at least 8.
And that was another one of those strange formations. I say strange, it's just a little wrinkle, okay, with the blocking back in between the guard and tackle. Here we go again. This time, well defended. Nowhere to go.
We got to wrap him up. He was going to get out of that. They're going to give him his forward progress, I do believe, over to the We'll say the 27. So the loss was a couple of yards. He had it actually he had it second down and 1. So he lost 5 yards on that play. Now back to pass. Looks to his right. Looking, pump fakes, comes back. Oh, hit his man Harrison. Now Harrison hits the track. And those tracks are merciless on cleats.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's awfully close.
It is close.
All right, 4th down, and an Airport is going to go for it on 4th down. I think they went for it on 4th down, and this maybe a little bit further back. Midland Valley held in the first half. Let's see what Airport can do with this one. 2 split wide left, 2 right. Earl in the backfield next, and rolls out, and now under pressure and sacked. Big sack by number 40. DeHughes comes up big for Midland Valley again.
Okay, and Kyle has had a big night. Kyle DeHays, number 40, okay? And I've got him listed at 6 foot, 190 pounds. He's a linebacker, okay? And he is a senior. He's had a couple of good years. He was a good football player last year as a junior, and he's back this year, and he's having a big impact on this game.
Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10 as Midland Valley takes over on downs. They'll go back the other way at the 33-yard line. And that was a big defensive stand and also took some time off the clock. No points for Airport. Pitch out to Draquan Carr. They go back to the well for this play, and he's still getting big yardage. He gets out to the 40. It looked like they had him stopped. He ends up with 7 yards. 2nd down and 3 coming up. And why not?
They put him in a different position in the backfield to run that play, but they got him a ball so he could attack the same area off tackle right, and that time they closed it down, but he picked up 8. That's not bad.
Last time they were down here, he picked up 65. Now Daniel Carr takes it and runs out of bounds just past the chain, so he'll move the chains. It'll bring up another Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10. As the chains move, the ball spotted at the 43-yard line. So Midland Valley gets a 1st down, fresh set. And they are on the move with a 26-14 lead. Back to pass. Throws it out. I believe he was out of bounds. Tried to get Enos over there. Enos may have caught it, but he was falling out of bounds. 2nd down and 10. This is a nice field that Airport has. It's the artificial turf like they have in North Augusta. Boy, you can see the yard markers great, which from an announcer's point of view, it just doesn't get much better than this. And it is a beautiful night. Good crowd on hand on the Airport side. A little sparse from the Midland Valley folks. We hope they're at home enjoying this game. Enos with a nice catch. He's hit hard. He's right at the yard marker. He picked up 9, maybe 10. Let's see if they measure for it. There you do. They said he got 10 yards. They moved the chains again. Midland Valley into Eagle territory.
Nice hit by Tariq Kruma again. We've called his name a number of times tonight. He's having a good ball game.
But not before Enos gets 10 yards on the pass from Daniel Carr. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10. 2 split left, 2 right. Handoff on the option to Draquan Carr. He's going to get 10, 11 yards on this one. They stop the clock and they'll move the chains again.
Let's see if we can get a replay on that just to look where they're attacking. They're having great success off tackle right.
That was a dive. Looked like it was up to him to take which way he wanted to go.
He did.
He's having success to the right. No wonder
sure
he's running that way. Here he comes. This time he started to go left, but he's met in the backfield. He'll be thrown for maybe a yard loss. So Draquan Carr's success is stopped here. He was just being a locomotive.
Nice tackle that time by Devin Miller, 6'1", 240 pounds, only a sophomore. He'll be around for a couple more years.
Second down and 11. 2 split wide to the left, 1 to the right. Tight end. And here comes Daniel Carr. Splits a couple defenders. Going to pick up a couple of yards to the 35-yard line. Good defense that time by Airport.
It sure was. Good tackles.
He picked 2. Third down and 9. And this is probably 4-down territory. Of course, with the lead, I'm not so sure that I wouldn't try to pin Airport.
I think you might be right, if they need to. They may just want to play a little field position here.
3 split wide to the right, 1 to the left. Now looking, now he's going to run. He's got field in front of him. He's past the 30, the 25, the 20, 15, out of bounds. Don't worry about punting and getting field position. They have the field position at the 15-yard line. Midland Valley on the move, trying to extend this 26-14 lead.
And with that many receivers going out, the defensive backs got to respect them. Okay, once he broke through the rush of the linemen who were coming pretty hard, a lot of wide open space to run.
Draquan Carr lines up next to Daniel Carr. Hands off to Draquan. Draquan looks for the seam. Looked like he was going to step through it. He gets inside the 10. Going to pick up 6 yards. Into the 9. Now we've got an Aiken Regional Medical Center injury timeout as we have a player on the field for Airport.
Yeah, that's Tariq Kruma, who we have called a bunch of times tonight. Okay, Kruma is a tough ball player. Took a little hit there. Seems to be all right.
May have got wind knocked out of him. He rolled over and says he's fine. Give me the thumbs up. In the meantime, the ball's into the 9-yard line. It's going to be second down and 4. Midland Valley huddles over on the sidelines. Referee starts the clock and the play clock runs. Plenty of time, but Midland Valley obviously taking their time here. Play clock down to 10. Sets him down, Daniel Carr. Fakes, looks, lets him come. Now he's got a man wide open. Touchdown, Midland Valley. Midland Valley takes an 18-point lead as they put another 6 on the board. And that was some great work that time by Daniel Carr, waiting, and finding Morency in the end zone all by himself.
He bought so much time. It's difficult to cover receivers anytime, but if you have that much time to throw the football, somebody's going to break open, and their number 1 receiver did that. Okay, Stefan Morency.
So the extra point attempt is up, and it's good. And Midland Valley up 33-14 on undefeated Airport here tonight on Eagle Field. And now what does Midland Valley? They've got a big lead. They got 4:25 left to go here in the third quarter. Again, I think they need to keep pushing it. This Airport team's got the ability to go.
Yeah, and love the call here. Little play action, and he just buys time, and Morency comes wide open. Nobody near him. And they have found something off tackle. Okay, they're being very successful. We've seen it with 2 big 60-yard runs, 60 yards plus runs.
And what set that play up was it was a fake to Draquan over on the right side,
Sure.
and they all bid on it. They had to. So Draquan didn't have to run it in. He might be fresh here for the kickoff as he's become the kicker on the kickoffs. Kicks away, line drive downfield, and that's a nice little catch. Keep the ball from hitting the ground. And here comes Airport back down the field. They're going to be stopped at the 45-yard line, and they've gotten great field position on every kickoff. I don't think Midland Valley's had any success on kickoffs tonight.
And it is a 3-possession game now. Airport's got to do something. I mean, this game isn't going to last forever. They better put some points on the board here quick.
Chandler Law Firm, 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. And certainly, Airport has the horses and talent and the skill positions to make this work. There's a handoff. Fighting hard, moving his feet. Short gain, though. Earl with the carry. Picked up 2 yards, 2nd down and 8.
Michael Bam again, one of the tacklers on that play. I'm impressed by the Mustangs defense tonight. They've done a nice job. They're going to give up some yardage.
You know, early
Airport's
in the
got
season,
some skill. Yeah.
Early in the season, they were losing to North Augusta and to Strom Thurmond and these teams that we know are good. And we always thought that they were going to be an extremely good football team as the whistles blow and they stop the play dead. And, man, they look really good so far tonight.
They sure do. And you know who else thought they were going to be very good? Was Coach Rick Knight. Okay? And then when he lost his quarterback, his leader out there, you know, they had a little tough time in the middle of the season. But since he's been back, and he certainly looks 100% to me tonight, they're a different football team.
They're a different team, and they've got some horses. It's not just Daniel Carr.
Oh, certainly
it's so
not.
many good players that they have, and now they're starting to play as a unit. They were very fortunate they didn't have to play Airport early while Daniel Carr was still hurt. Not taking anything away from DJ Boyd. He did a great job. All right. Here's Tucker's throw, and he completes it. Calhoun with the catch. Picks up. There was a 5-yard walk-off for a procedure play against Airport. So they picked up all of that. And it's 3rd and 4. Three split wide to the left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield. Now a man comes in motion and he hands off. No, he fakes it, drops it, and he's going nowhere this time. Tucker faked it to Richardson and took off the other way, but he dropped the ball on the way. And that's going to bring up 4th down, and the punting unit going to come on the field for Airport.
Another good defensive series for the Mustangs.
So the ball at the 49-yard line. Brooks in to punt. We've seen some really good punts from him tonight.
Leapart and Morency back deep for the Mustangs. It's a fake.
And the fake's going to pick up the 1st down. And that's Feaster, Zach Feaster. And that's one of those things where you see him out there, you better look for him. And even then, it looked like Midland Valley might have it covered, but Feaster's a strong kid.
That was a heck of a play.
So we've got 11, 14 yards on that pickup. It's to the 37-yard line. And here comes Jonathan Earl. Jonathan Earl goes over to 30 to the 38-yard line. So he's going to be a yard short. 2nd down and 1.
And you got to tip your hat to the coaching staff for Airport. That's a gutsy call. All right. If it works, it's great. If it doesn't work, the fans are going to be all over them. But it's
here
certainly
comes
working.
The reverse. This is a reverse pass. They're coming back in the wheel right to Tucker. Tucker makes the catch, makes a man miss. Now he's in open field and goes down at the 10-yard line. And that's a successful play.
And I'll tell you what, you got to like that. You got to love that, okay? They come with the fake punt, and then they come with a little razzle-dazzle, okay? Lateral to one of the backs, and then he throws it back to Tucker, the quarterback. Pretty neat stuff.
So Airport, who lined up the punt just a second ago, now inside the 10, down to the 5, Earl goes. And Airport gets a little momentum going here, which is what they needed to get going.
They surely did. And Jonathan Earl that time with a nice little run.
It's on the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 4.
Feaster.
Up the middle is Feaster, and Feaster is just short. He's up to, and now here comes the referee in late from the side, the official. Side judge calls him in. Touchdown, Airport. So Airport answers. 33-20, extra point coming.
They needed a spark badly. Their coaches gave it to them with the calls that he made, and the kids responded by executing perfectly. That's a great drive by Airport back in the ball game.
Extra point try by Brooks. Spot the hole, kick is up, and it's good. So, Airport not done yet. 33-21 our score. And again, Feaster was not going to be denied. Short yardage situation, you want him out there. Fake punch, you want him out there. That's the big play of the whole thing, was Feaster's run on the fake punt, picking up 14 yards.
Absolutely. And you know, he reminds me of Dalton Swires over there at Fox Creek, except he's a little bigger. Yeah, he's bigger. Yeah, he's bigger. But the effort is the same.
You get the same effort and same kind of feel from him.
You sure do.
Playing both sides of the ball, making plays. All right. 1:12 left to go in the third quarter. Midland Valley has a 12-point lead. And again, I don't see where Midland Valley can afford to not take the foot off the gas.
They're expecting a short kick here. They don't have anybody really deep. Now he's starting to back up.
They ran that little onside pooch deal a little later. Now running straight up the field. This is Morency. Morency looking for a lane. Gets across the 40, spins.
Nice return.
43.
Nice return.
And that's a little bit of payback for Airport on the kickoffs. So Midland Valley gets some field position here, which Airport's done all night long, and returned the ball anywhere from the 40 out to way into Mustang territory on the kickoffs. 42-yard line is where Midland Valley will put it in play. China Law Firm 1st and 10.
Airport, good offensive charge, but their defense has to pick it up a little bit. They've given up lots of yardage lately.
Here comes Daniel Carr as he does a keeper to the right. Airport gang tackles.
That's
and
a good
puts
start.
Him down, yard gain, 2nd down and 9. So Airport coming to life here. Midland Valley taking their time. 14 seconds left on the play clock. Takes a snap, hands off to Draquan Carr. Carr breaks through. He's going to pick up 4 yards. Brings up 3rd down and 5, and that'll be the final play here in the third quarter. We've got 1 quarter left to go. Midland Valley has a 33-21 lead over the undefeated Airport Eagles here on their home field. We'll take a break and come back for that last quarter here on the Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week on ASTV and WRDW My 12.
Weekends are for resting, relaxing, and recharging your batteries. A good weekend can also give you the time to catch up on business you couldn't get to during the week. For Security Federal Bank customers, that means banking business. What does 7-day banking mean to your banker? More importantly, what does it mean to you? At Security Federal Bank, being open 7 days a week means just that. That's why our Southside branch on Whiskey Road in front of Target is open for business every day, even Saturday and Sunday. We're proud to be the only bank to be open 7 days a week in Aiken County.
Stay tuned for this evening's end of the game as we'll present the Tal Wilkins Center for Dentistry MVP. Several players in the running for getting that tonight, and we'll present that in the post game. You want to stay tuned and find out who that is. They switch sides of the field, and you just get the feeling, Coach. Midland Valley has to score again in order to get this win. They've got a 12-point lead right now, but Airport with a little momentum. 3rd down and 5. Daniel Carr. Here comes Feaster up the middle, and this is a reverse. And he's looking to pass. This DJ Boyd, he throws it up for grabs, and it is intercepted. And again, it's Harrison making the play. Harrison comes up with the interception and players flying around. I'm not so sure that that's about as good as a punt, though the field position is going to still be really good for Airport, and they have the momentum of getting that interception at the 39-yard line.
That's exactly right. Okay, that's better than having to force them into a punt. That's kind of exciting. Once again, the call, a little bit gutsy by the Mustangs this time. And to be honest, he wasn't set up and didn't have a lot on that ball. It's not a surprise that it was intercepted. Look at this.
A little flea flicker pass play. He's got a man out there. He bobbled it. Oh, and that was Jonathan Earl on a wheel route coming out of the backfield, and he was open, had the ball hit him in the hands, and he just could not bring it in.
And let's see that one again if we can. That's kind of a neat play. Reminds me of Boise State just a little bit.
It was executed perfectly.
Yeah, we'll get that if we can when we have time, but that was kind of neat.
Snap, handoff. This is Richardson in the backfield. Now he comes out and he's got some room to run. He's got the speed to go right by, and there he goes to the 30, the 20, 10-5, and touchdown Airport just like that.
Wow.
Has cut it down to 6 with the extra point coming. And again, you just knew that with the skill players Airport has, they're not done yet. And we're only 29 seconds into the fourth quarter, and Airport has their own version of a 61-yard run. Richardson.
And that's Kerryon Richardson with that run, and reminds me a little bit of a young man we have over in South Aiken called Tansy Richardson. Okay, and they're pretty tough.
Kick is up and it's good, and the score 33-28. And the 33-14 lead that Midland Valley had just seems like seconds ago is now diminished to 5 points. And again, Midland Valley is going to need to pick it up, move the ball, and see if they can get on the scoreboard to hold Airport off. It's one possession, but a touchdown. They don't need an extra point to go up. And Richardson's a wide receiver. That's the first time I think he's taken a snap in the backfield. And now the fans are into the game.
Yeah, and they've been a little bit quiet over here. I think they were stunned a little bit that they were actually behind, and they were behind by a good bit, 18 points. They've been sitting on their seats here for a little bit, and now they're excited. We got some people standing up. The band looks a little more excited.
And Brooks to kick. And he pops this one over to the side, and a fair catch called.
That's a good call.
At the 30-yard line.
That's smart.
So Midland Valley will take it over right there as we look at the replay. I think this is not the touchdown play. This is the pass on the wheel route, the trick play.
Got a handoff, got a lateral, got another lateral. And he just couldn't quite hang on to that.
But that's okay because the next play,
neat play.
Richardson went the distance for 61 yards. So here is a running play from Draquan Carr. He's going to pick up a couple of yards. Give him 2 yards, and here's the touchdown run. And Richardson, you thought you had him pinned there. Now he's got a seam, and he runs right by everybody.
Good downfield block there, springing.
Coach Knight said this week of how fast Richardson was, and there he shows it. Now Daniel Carr back to pass. Taking his time looking at his blocking, and he falls down. That's going to be a sack and a big loss.
That hurts.
That goes all the way back past the 25 to the 24-yard line. So third down and 18. And Midland Valley needs to be careful here.
Got to regroup a little bit. They're in trouble here.
Plenty of time left. Clock ticks down to 10:15. Daniel Carr takes the snap. Looking around. Skipping now, he comes inside. Now he's got room to run. Let's see how far he can get. He gets to the corner, stops, makes a man miss, dives.
Oh, my goodness, what an effort.
For the flag there. He's going to come up about a yard short. It was 3rd down and 18. What an effort by Daniel Carr as he comes up 1 yard short of getting the first down as he dove for the pin there.
I could be wrong, but I think that's a design play, okay? Sometimes we think it's a broken play. I think they designed that play for him to take his time, let the receivers run him off.
4th and 1, and Midland Valley looks like they're going for it. They are going for it, and Daniel Carr keeps and gets outside and goes out of bounds with the first down. And what a gutsy play.
That is so daggone neat. That's important right there. Great play.
He gets it out to the 45-yard line. Move the chains. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10.
And you're right, that was a gutsy call. You don't want to give the ball to Airport inside your 40.
Well, Midland Valley playing with a 5-point lead, but you feel like they're behind with the momentum switch. And here comes Draquan Carr. He runs hard, picks up 4 yards. 2nd down and 6. And I agree with you that Daniel Carr's design is to drop back and look for a lane to run through.
Yeah.
And he creates. I think the previous play was an actual pass play, but he fell down doing the runaround. Now he hands off to Draquan. It looked like that was an option, and his option maybe was to keep it and run straight up the middle, but he handed it off, and we'll give him a yard. 3rd down and 5 coming up.
And there wasn't anything there that time. They've had great success throughout the ball game running to their right side off tackle, and that time really wasn't the explosion that we've seen. There wasn't much there. Good angles by the defense and good penetration.
It was 3rd down and 18, and he got 17. This time 3rd and 5. This should be easy, right? It's a long 5. And he comes to his left. He's got a man to pitch it to. He stops. He reverses field. Now here he comes back across, and he's going to get the first down.
Yes, he did.
By a yard as he crosses the 45 to 46. And now the Airport coaches, you can just tell that's just amazing. Of course, they see it in practice because Tucker can do the same thing for them. But he gets the first down. Move the chains. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10.
That was an amazing play. I mean, he stopped on a dime going to the left. Looked like he was going to fall down again, which could happen. And comes back and gets enough for the first. Huge play.
44-yard line into Eagle territory. 2 split wide to the left. He's going to run to the left. This Draquan Carr spins in. He's going to pick up 4 yards. Being up 2nd down and 6.
I know one young man is going to be very, very tired when this ball game's over, and that's number 33, Draquan Carr.
He's had a load tonight.
Oh, he sure has.
They actually spot him at the 41, so a 3-yard pickup, 2nd down and 7. Not only is he running, but he's kicking off, and he's doing all kinds of things. Two to the left, 2 to the right, wide receivers. Draquan Carr next to Daniel Carr. He looks to pass. He pump fakes. Now looks in. Now falls back out. Now throws the ball down the field, and he has a man. Enos makes the catch.
Wow.
At the 20-yard line in traffic. And what a play. Daniel, a little slow to get up after he was spun down, but he's up and he's walking back down the field.
And he found one receiver in amongst 3 defenders and somehow got the ball in there to him.
So Chandler Law Firm, 1st and 10 at the 20, inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. Midland Valley looking to put another touchdown, make it a 2-possession score. They need it. Now quick pitch out to Draquan Carr. Draquan spun down after he gains about 2 or 3. Now what's just as important at this point with a 5-point lead is a field goal would put them up 8, which would be a much better situation than the 5-point lead right now. And McCord has done a good job kicking.
He sure has.
But you'd like to get a little closer. Actually, no gain on the play. 2nd down, 10.
I'm surprised at that. I thought they actually threw him forward on the tackle. They didn't give it to him.
Daniel Carr claps his hands, fakes the handoff, drops back. Here comes the rush. He gets away, now throws and caught. Enos caught it, but it's only a 1-yard gain. Actually, it's a no-yard gain. That's going to be 3rd down and 10. The only good thing from Midland Valley's perspective is it keeps the clock rolling.
And the other thing, it's not a 10-yard loss. And if they had been able to sack him back there, that would have taken him out of field position and made it much tougher.
That's a good point. 3rd down and 10. This is within the range. He's already got a 42-yard field goal and a 39-yard field goal, does McCord. And they're within that range now. Important not to get sacked, but here comes the pass. Steps up, waving, sending people around. Now he's got some room over there on the left side of the field. He can run. Now he's going to pass. He's got a man in the end zone. He caught it, and they say he's out of bounds. Had to fall forward and landed out of bounds over there. That was DJ Boyd. What a play. He had some room to run and could have gotten a little closer, but that's going to bring the field goal unit out.
I was thinking the same thing. I think he did have a little room to run. You can't fault him. He did find somebody in the end zone open and hit him, but unable to bring it in bounds. It's a big kick.
Field goal will be from the 26, so a 36-yard field goal. He's got 2. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Here's this one. It's up. It looks true. It is no good. It was wide left.
Wide. Was it left or right?
I couldn't really tell one way or the other, but
it was wide.
No.
Wide right. Florida State.
So Airport keeps Midland Valley off the board with 5:10 left to go in the ball game, trailing by 5. Big stop for Airport. Now they need to go 80 yards to the Tyler Tire end zone, and they'll take the lead. Midland Valley needs to keep them short of that. Now this looks like Daniel Carr, and Midland Valley finally brings him down.
And you know, that's a good effort by the defensive front there for Midland Valley.
I think everybody's going to sleep well on defense tonight chasing these guys, both sides of the ball. And now we're going to have a timeout. Airport going to take a timeout and talk things over. And I believe they have one timeout left.
I have a feeling we're going to see some sort of a play from deep in the playbook again, just like we did the last time they had it. They brought out a couple neat little wrinkles, and I think we'll see the same kind of thing coming out here.
Well, the loss on that play was 1.5 yards, so 2nd down and 11 plus, a long 11, I guess we would call it. And now Midland Valley has shown some times where if they can get Airport in 3rd and long, Airport has not been really great at converting that. Where Airport has done well is just on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd and short. So Airport has talked it over, and we're ready to go. 3 split wide to the right, 2 to the left, empty backfield. Tucker takes the snap, drops straight back. Skips, looks, throws behind his man. And at his feet, a little bit low.
Good coverage in the secondary.
3rd down and 11. Again, it's a long 11, if you're counting.
And I really believe he was looking for Carry-On Richardson, but he was double covered. Was not open. Had to go to the check down man and unable to complete the pass.
See what Midland Valley does to put the pass rush on. Now they've got some movement across the front, and the flag comes out. Midland Valley defensive linemen were pointing at some movement in the front by Airport, and the legal procedure is going to be the call, as there was movement by the Airport offensive line. So a 5-yard walk-off will make it 3rd down and 16. And Airport finds themselves behind the 8 ball here. They've not been great on 3rd and long, but this is probably 2-down territory. Actually, they've got 2 timeouts left according to the scoreboard. So they may have to punt if they don't get it here. Now Tucker steps in, he's under pressure, and he's going to just throw it up for grabs. Whoa. And it falls incomplete. And he's fortunate there was 1 receiver in the area and 4 defenders.
But I'll tell you what, it was close to being complete. That the receiver is number 11, C.J. Wright, and he made a pretty good effort.
So the punting unit does come on. They're going to put it in the hands of their defense. You would think, you got to look. Feaster is out there. Zach Feaster. He ain't going to do a fake punt there, and there's a punt. It's going to be short. This is going to take a bounce to the side and go out of bounds at the 46-yard line. And Midland Valley will start in Airport territory with 4:33 left to go in the ball game, a 5-point lead. And again, the clock is their enemy now, Coach. If they can just get an average of 3 yards of play and keep the ball and the clock moving, they don't necessarily have to put points on the board.
I agree. Okay, a couple first downs. I'd say 3 first downs, and they may be able to salt this away.
But what a great job by the Midland Valley defense. Not only did they went backwards. They didn't get any yardage. They lost 7 yards on the play. So Airport creeps up. They're looking for that dive play. And Dracon Carr, got to the 45. So he picks up, well, they're going to say he's at the 46. So no gain. 2nd down and 10. Midland Valley taking their time. Let's see if they just put it in Daniel Carr's hands, and here he comes, and they stop him. He's no gain. It's 3rd down and 10. Now a timeout. Airport going to use one of their 2 timeouts and stop the clock with 3:56.
Yeah, I think that's a good use of a timeout.
Bragg Heating Company timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back.
Were you hurt on the job? Are you trying to keep your work comp payments? Do you feel like no one is listening? Your employer, the company doctor, the insurance company? Well, we're listening. Our workers' compensation team has helped hundreds of injured South Carolinians. Call us now and let us listen to you. For a free consultation, call 803-644-5335 or visit thechandlerlawfirm.com.
You can count on Chandler.
Midland Valley has talked it over. Airport after their timeout. Back on the field, 4 minutes and 2 seconds. They put some time back on the clock. 3rd down and 10. And here we go. Daniel Carr throws it and too high, out of bounds. And that's incomplete. Stops the clock. And Airport's going to get the ball back as the punting unit will come on the field for Midland Valley.
Would they dare run a fake down here?
That'd be a gutsy call, and you need 10 yards.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do it.
And it looks like Airport's going to set up for that play. They don't have a rush on. They've got 5 players playing around linebacker, now 4. They do come on with a rush. Takes his time. Now he gets the kickoff and a fair catch called for by Richardson, and Richardson catches it over his head. Nice catch at the 11-yard line. So 89 yards from the Tyler Tire end zone. And Airport trails by 5. 3:50 left to go in the ball game.
Well, they started on the 20-yard line last time and went backwards. Now they're starting on the 11. Let's see what happens. We've found out, though, they have quick strike ability on this team.
3 split wide to the right, 2 to the left, empty backfield. Tucker by himself. Takes the snap, now comes forward on the quarterback draw, and he's going to get big yardage and go out across the 30 to the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 21 yards.
And that looks like something out of Midland Valley's playbook. Okay, 5 wide receivers and a called quarterback draw. Well executed, big gain.
Snap drops back. Throwing a bubble screen, and it popped up in the air, and Airport fortunate that wasn't picked off.
I like that call, though. They had that pretty well set up. Got to make the catch.
2nd down and 10. And just like you have to watch Daniel Carr, you have to watch Josh Tucker here, the quarterback. He can run. Now here he comes again, makes McCorkle miss, and he makes something out of nothing.
He sure did.
He picked up at least 5, maybe 6. See where they spot him. He's at the 38-yard line. We'll give him 5 yards. 3rd down and 5. Hands off. This is Richardson again. Richardson going to be knocked down right at the 40-yard line.
This could be the ball game right here. This play coming up.
4th down, 1 yard. They're going to actually spot it outside the 40. So it's at the 40.5-yard line. They need to get to the 42 to pick up the 1st down. 4th and a yard and a half.
Midland.
Obviously, you go for it here.
Midland Valley's going to be coming after him. I don't know if they have enough people to block him.
Here he comes to his right. Tucker finds a lane. He's going to get the 1st down by a yard.
Good call, good play.
Picks up 2.5. And they're to the 43-yard line. Clock stopped at 2:30. Plenty of time left. Midland Valley does have its full complement of timeouts. They have 3. Airport has 1. Snap. And here comes this wheel route again. And he's going for the wheel route. This is to Richardson. Richardson unable to haul it in. And DeHaye's out there on the defense. As soon as they ran it, you knew what was coming. And the coach arguing that it should be interference. That was pretty good defense.
Yeah, I think that was good defense. That ball was pretty well thrown, though. And Richardson came close to making that reception.
2nd and 10. Clock stopped, 2:07 left to go in the ball game. Feaster in the ball game. Zach Feaster. He's in the slot position to the left. 2 split wide to the right, 1 to the left. Now an option. And throws it. It's on the ground. And Richardson gets 8 up.
Wow.
And that's a big loss. That's all the way back to the 44, and Richardson's hurt.
They were very, very fortunate there. That could have easily been picked up by the Mustangs.
That's the 36-yard line, and I think Airport called a timeout.
Well, they've got a player down.
There's a loss of 7 yards on the play. Well, Richardson's up and walked over to the side, so we've got a player down in the field. We got an Aiken Regional Medical Center injury timeout on the field. And another Airport player. They've had their share of injured players. So I believe that the timeout is for that and not because of Richardson, because Richardson got up and walked off the field. Now Richardson's back in the huddle. That's a huge play. They lost 7 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 17. And again, Airport has not been good on 3rd and long tonight. I'm not so sure. Coach, I will ask you, what play would you run at this point if you're Airport?
Well, I think they're going to have to throw the ball deep, and I'll tell you what I'd do. From what I've seen, I'd put trips on one side, have a single receiver, and I'd try to hit him on that post, okay, because that has been opened a number of times, and I think they'll get single coverage on that one wide receiver.
See, now the injured player is Zach
That's Feaster.
Yeah. His brother went out in the first half. He's on crutches on the sideline somewhere now.
From the way he's reacting, I think maybe he got poked in the eye. That's what it looks like to me, and I think the coach is signaling that. He must have gotten a finger in the eye. It's certainly what it looks like to me from here.
Whatever it is, it's hurting.
It's painful. It's not good.
So Feaster makes it to the bench, and we're ready to go. 3rd down, 17. Big play here. Drops back. Under pressure. Here comes McCorkle from behind. He's chasing him, and he throws it. And I'm not sure if he'll say that's an incomplete pass. He was in the grasp and going down and threw it into the ground. A lot of different things could have been called, but incomplete pass was one of them. 4th down and 17. Good defense by McCorkle coming in and chasing him down from behind with the speed that he has. And I believe Airport's taking their last timeout. So we have a Bragg Heating Company timeout on the field, and Airport now down to its last play. 4th down and 17. And again, do you risk taking Tucker and putting him in the empty backfield and let him do his thing?
I think they're going to have to throw it. I don't think that'll work. I think they're going to, the defense that they're set up there, they got the 2 deep safeties, and I think they would be able to corral him a little bit. I think he's going to have to throw it, and maybe we'll see a flea flick or something like that. That might be the play.
1:47 left to go in the ball game. Midland Valley stops Airport. The game will be over. They'll be able to run the clock out, take victory formation.
Yeah, this
let's go down to the sidelines for a quick report from Eric on the Auto Tech sideline report.
Real quick, South Aiken leads 41-35 late in that game, and Strong Thurman has won 23-20.
Thank you, Eric. Okay, 4th down, 17. Empty backfield, backs up, he's looking to run, he stops, he's hit, he's down. Midland Valley is going to upset Airport, and Airport will fall to 8-1. There's still 1:39 left to go in the ball game, but no timeouts left. Midland Valley can pretty much run this clock out. They might want to take a snap and run. I believe it's only a 25-second clock. But there won't be much time left. So Tucker came forward like he was going to run. He had some open field in front of him too, Coach.
It looked like it. You're right. You're right.
But you have to make that decision.
But you got to get past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Hold on to the football.
And I think this is the way to do it. Just let him run and run the clock. Now they'll take a few seconds before they put the ball in play. If you just take a knee, then they can do that. So now he's started the clock, 25 seconds. I'm sure Midland Valley will let this run down. He lost 4 yards on the play. Certainly that's not what's important at this point. And they run the clock down. They'll have about a minute left. Now he takes the snap. Now he takes a knee. So now it's less than a minute. And he'll put it into play. There's the play clock. I believe they're going to be able to run this clock out. That's what Midland Valley thinks at the very least. I think I would perhaps let the clock run completely out. He's looking at the play clock. Takes it and drops back, takes a knee. And let's see, and it's out inside 25 seconds. Game is over. Midland Valley has upset Airport on their home field. 8-0 coming in tonight. 3-0 in conference, but Midland Valley is going to take the win. 33-28 is the final seconds tick off, and Midland Valley runs the record to 5-4, 4-0 in the conference, with the big showdown with Aiken next week coming up.
And you know, that should be a heck of a football game now. We haven't gotten the Aiken score yet, but they've been playing well. That'll be a knocking ball game.
Aiken was winning quite handily. I believe they've only got the one loss to Airport on their ledger, so they'll be playing for something as well. So that'll be a big game, and that's where we'll be next week. We'll be at Midland Valley for the matchup, the end of the year game in 3A football, as Aiken will travel down Highway 1 to take on the Midland Valley Mustangs, who are victorious tonight over Airport in a game that will send shockwaves through 3A football as Airport goes down, their first loss of the season. 33-28 the final score. And Coach, you got to admire the Midland Valley defense for holding up. They gave up the long touchdown, got it cut down to 5 points, and we thought, boy, oh boy, they've really played hard, but Airport's going to get themselves in position. Twice they had the ball in the fourth quarter. Twice Midland Valley defense was able to make them punt one time, stop them on downs the second time.
Absolutely, and they started on the 20, and then they started on the 11, and like I said, they went backwards. They didn't make any yardage forward. They had one good play by the quarterback at the last time they had the ball, but other than that, they were stopped, and I agree with you. Midland Valley's defense came to life exactly when they needed to, and I thought they played pretty well all night long, but they definitely needed to have a stand at the end of the ball game, and they were up to the task.
Midland Valley will go into next week's game looking to polish it off and have a perfect 5-0 record in conference and be the number one seed in the region in 3A football.
And I'm looking down there at the Midland Valley team, and they're jumping around. They are happy kids, and they deserve to be happy. That's part of what this is all about, okay? You work hard, okay? When you get a win against a quality team, okay, that makes it all the more special. If you beat somebody that you're clearly better than, that's okay, but these are the good victories. They came into this as the underdog. They were walking out of here in first place.
Well, we started the season, their first game we had with North Augusta, and they ran into a buzzsaw that night. North Augusta's quarterback, it was just lights out that particular night, had 4 touchdown passes, and really North Augusta looked to be on their way at that time. And then they ran into some tough games that they lost. One of them was to Strom Thurmond, who was playing extremely well. But now, here they find themselves in the driver's seat, undefeated in conference, and just quite a job tonight pulling off this upset win over Airport.
And, you know, quite a job all season hanging in there against some good teams early where they had some difficulty, and then losing their leader, more difficulty. They hung in there, and in the last 4 weeks they've played very, very well. All right, that's to their credit. That's a good job by the coaches, and that's not easy to do with young kids, okay? Sometimes they can get down on themselves and you never get them back. These kids have hung in there perfectly, and their coaches are to be congratulated on the job they did.
All right, we will take a break. Stay tuned. We're going to have the Tal Wilkins Center for Dentistry MVP, and I'm sure Eric will try to find Coach Knight, and whether it's Draquan or Daniel, we're not sure, but one of the cars probably will be with him as well when we return on the Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week on ASTV and WRDW My 12. Midland Valley has beaten Airport on senior night at Airport 33-28.
We give very good deals. We don't have the overhead and the dock fees and all the junk that all the newer, fancier dealers do. So people like that hometown atmosphere, and it works for us. And so we continue to do what works for us. And so we just like to keep it plain and simple. You come see us, you'll be glad you did.
Weekends are for resting, relaxing, and recharging your batteries. A good weekend can also give you the time to catch up on business you couldn't get to during the week. For Security Federal Bank customers, that means banking business. What does 7-day banking mean to your banker? More importantly, what does it mean to you? At Security Federal Bank, being open 7 days a week means just that. That's why our Southside branch on Whiskey Road in front of Target is open for business every day, even Saturday and Sunday. We're proud to be the only bank to be open 7 days a week in Aiken County.
Since 1970, Bragg Heating Company has been keeping Aiken and the surrounding communities comfortable. Our factory-trained staff can keep you on top of the latest in heating and cooling technology, and our complete metal shop allows us to make any specialty piece your home may need. We recommend the best systems for your home: Trane, Carrier, Mitsubishi ductless, and Bosch geothermal systems. We accept most major credit cards and offer financing, so when you need your system maintained, repaired, or replaced, call Bragg Heating Company. We're here to make you comfortable.
Were you hurt on the job? Are you trying to keep your work comp payments? Do you feel like no one is listening? Your employer, the company doctor, the insurance company? Well, we're listening. Our workers' compensation team has helped hundreds of injured South Carolinians. Call us now and let us listen to you. For a free consultation, call 803-644-5335 or visit thechandlerlawfirm.com.
You can count on Chandler.
Tyler's Tire and Auto Center, founded in 1963, family owned and operated for 50 years and dedicated to customer service with safety of your family, our top priority. Tyler's Tire is a full-service tire retail, tire repair, and automotive repair facility with ASC certified mechanics. Located in 2 locations, 1019 Richland Avenue West and 1518 Whiskey Road. Let our family take care of yours. Tyler's Tire and Auto Center.
You've heard of 6 degrees of separation? In Aiken, it's more like 1 or 2. It's a rare day that I don't go to a grocery store and see a former patient, their mother or father, or son or daughter. That's the nature of practicing medicine in a relatively small town, especially emergency medicine. But that's exactly what got me into practicing medicine in the first place, making that personal connection and helping people I know.
People you know, healthcare you trust. Aiken Regional Medical Centers.
33-28, Midland Valley upsets Airport. I guess we can call it an upset, can't we?
Oh, I think so. You have a team that you're playing against that's 8-0, and they're in first place in their division region. And I'll tell you what, a good football game, and both teams played very, very hard. Both teams had swings. We had momentum swings going one way, then the other. Exciting game to watch. Good football game. Congratulations to Midland Valley.
Let's go ahead and name our MVP. Roll the tape for us, James.
Hi, I'm Dr. Tal Wilkins.
And I'm Dr. Brooke Ussery with the Center for Dentistry.
We, along with Aiken Center Television, would like to congratulate the most valuable player of the game.
Congratulations.
And thank you, doctors, and congratulations to Draquan Carr. Draquan, what a night. You ended the first half with a 69-yard touchdown that was one for the books there at the stiff arm, and then you come out in the second half and as if you said, oh, I can even do better. You go 65 yards, and hopefully Eric knows what your totals were.
It's over 200.
What a night. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Coming in, how big a win is this?
This is a big win for us. It gives us such a big momentum. Like, you don't understand how proud we feel about this.
Yeah, we can understand. We've been there before, too, in different situations. So it is fun. It was fun to come up here, and you beat a team, Airport, that really sort of knocked you around last year and got that win. And you come up here, it's got to be pretty self-satisfying to get that win on senior night.
You have the question.
Coach Knight distracted us down here.
Draquan, this is Coach Brace up here, and I just want to say, obviously when you had the 2 long runs, everybody's impressed by that. I was as impressed with your gut work and, the stuff that you had to do that doesn't always get the big cheers or anything like that. But you took a pounding in there, running that ball for 3, 4, 5 yards at a clip, and I was really impressed by your toughness out there tonight as well as your speed, obviously. So congratulations. And I want to know how you feel. You're going to take a little hot shower tonight, or you're getting an ice bath? What are you going to do?
I can't even explain the feeling I feel right now. It's unreal, but seriously, I'm probably going to just go home and go to sleep.
Yeah, you've earned that. Okay, I think you'll enjoy this weekend, though, won't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good for you. Congratulations. Great job tonight.
On the touchdown on the end of first half, you did a heck of a stiff arm. What were you thinking at that point?
At that point, I was just, I got him. I got him beat. I'm going in.
And you went over 1,000 yards on the season tonight, correct?
Yes, sir.
And what does that feel like to achieve that accomplishment?
It feels so good. Like, just to know that me and my team worked so hard for this, and they helped lead me to get to this moment, to get 1,000 yards. It just feels so good.
All right, and I know your coach is going to be proud of this. I don't believe you had any fumbles tonight. That's one of the things that you guys have been working on. What's that like to go along with that?
It's just, I don't know. I can't explain it. I'm surprised myself that I didn't really fumble. I'm surprised myself. I think Coach Knight might be a little bit too, but
I also liked you on defense there with those kickoffs, okay? And you were the safety, and I know you got to have somebody back there with some speed and some toughness to make sure that nobody breaks anything on you. Because I'll tell you what, they did a nice job returning those kicks for most of the night. Uh-oh, yes, they did. All right, but great job with the victory, though, and I'd like to see you there on defense, okay? I think you're a capable player on defense as well as offense.
Thank you, sir.
All right, appreciate that.
And congratulations, Draquan. Our MVP, our Ty Wilkins Center for Dentistry MVP. And I think that Coach Knight will join us after this. And a man of few words was Draquan tonight.
Yes,
I think he's excited.
Oh, he's excited.
Well, we're excited for him. And I believe that Coach Knight is getting the headset on and be joining us here shortly. And I know that he's got to feel good with getting the win.
Yeah, absolutely. He did a great job this year keeping his team together, like I said earlier. That's no easy task when things start off a little rocky and then you lose your leader. That's tough, and he is to be congratulated on that. And I want him to enjoy the weekend also, but most coaches only get to enjoy tonight. They'll start working tomorrow for the game next week, and it'll be a tough one next week against Aiken. Aiken is a better football team than they've been the last couple of years.
All right, let's go down to the field again. Coach Knight is with Eric. And, Coach, it's been a heck of a season. We got some peaks and some valleys. I got to figure tonight's got to be a great peak.
Oh, yeah. It was a hard-hitting ball game. I'm going to tell you, it was very rough out there. And my kids, I hope we got enough to put together to play Aiken, because next week's the region championship for us. I mean, we have to win if, they win tonight, and they beat us, they're champions.
Yeah, so they won 40-14 tonight, so it'll be up for grabs next week.
Or a three-way tie anyway.
Yep, that's right.
Well, Coach, I was talking earlier, and I said I thought you did an incredible job of coaching this year, because started off with a couple of really tough ball games early, and then you lose your leader out on the field. And with high school kids, it's easy to lose them for the rest of the season. Yep. And you hung in there really tough, and now you're on a roll, and you're on a roll at the right time. So congratulations to you.
Well, I thank you for that. It's just something you have to constantly work with. We know Daniel's a big difference for us. I think that's noticeable between there and, say, Silver Bluff game. But he's definitely our leader, and we got to get some of these guys healthy. They all look beat up tonight. So it was a hard-hitting game.
Now, just by curiosity, it seemed to me like a couple times with Daniel Carr, you send him back there very, very deep. You just clear everybody out by sending the receivers out, but it's a called run play. Am I correct about that, or is that all the scrambles?
No, sir. Those are scrambles.
Those are all scrambles. Okay.
That's right. It is a better play than the called runs tonight, okay. I'll tell you that.
Yes, it is. I've said he drives people nuts. He's a nightmare when he has the ball back there. That's all I can say.
You can see their defensive line was gassed.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, several times in the first half they didn't even rush. That's some of Strom Thurman's old strategy. They just stay at the line of scrimmage and
Hope he didn't. Hope he threw it.
Hope he threw it. That's exactly right. And they did defend the option a little bit against you. I thought they did a pretty good job against that.
They did. Their safeties, oh gosh, they fill the gap so fast. And their team, they just have great team speed. And,
yeah, they do.
You got to do a better job blocking on the edge. I think we were blocking the guy we're trying to read. So we'll look at the film and see what we need to improve on.
Well, when you look at the film, I think you did a pretty good job on Tucker too. Your team speed's not bad at all, and Tucker showed some ability that reminds you of Daniel a little bit.
Sure did, and we talked about it all week that he was a miniature Daniel and might not be able to throw as well, but heck, he throws good enough. I'll tell you that because he can fly.
All right, Coach, and there at that last drive, I know last year the game came down to the final drive. What were some of your thoughts there in that final drive when Airport had the chance to come down the field?
Well, I've been thinking about the last 2 weeks. You know, they scored on like the last play of the game last year. They had a holding call on a touchdown pass on the last play of the game here 2 years ago. So, yeah, it's not over till it's over here, and they're just a very good football team. I was on edge the whole time, even when we were up, 20 points, 18 points there.
And what did you tell your team in that time out there on the last fourth down play?
They couldn't get past that line. I was scared to death they were going to get a first down, and they continued to drive. And fortunately, we get enough pressure there, and he's looking for the pressure instead of his receiver, so that's good for us.
Did you do anything different with the pressure this week?
Well, we slanted hard and brought a linebacker on the outside and just kept everybody else back. Xavier's a good pass coverage guy, so I sent Jaquan McCorkle around. He almost got him the time before. And we got Cody Trotter back. He hadn't played in 2 years. He's had 6 knee surgeries.
Oh, my goodness.
2 in June. 2 in June this year. And so he gives us a little more speed out there at the defensive end and, gives us another option there.
And is that who came up with the sack? Or?
I'm not sure. He was jumping up and down like he did, so I'm not sure. 44?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, congratulations. It's a good win. And like you say, you got to live short. And Aiken's next week,
yeah.
and we're going to be there with you. And
oh, boy.
We're looking forward to an exciting finish to the season.
Well, we are too. We're going to work hard for it.
And it'll be an exciting finish to the regular season. Obviously, there's more to come after that, but I know that you want to get this title.
Well, we've been talking about this is the playoffs for us tonight and next week. We already started them, so let's get going.
Well, have a nice trip back. I'm sure you will. It'll be short.
Yeah. It'll be loud.
Yeah. Okay,
Thank
Coach.
you.
We'll let you get back to your team. Have a good trip home.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, scores? Got any scores there?
Yeah, any scores?
Not with me right at the second.
Well, we heard that Aiken had won, and we know
Strom won, Aiken won, and hold on, I can actually tell you.
Okay, see if South Aiken held on. It was getting tight.
Indeed.
It's South Aiken scoring more points, just like we were talking tonight. But actually, the thing tonight that was really interesting is we thought Midland Valley needed to score one more time to get the win. As it turned out, they didn't score in the fourth quarter. Richardson had a 61-yard run after the interception by Harrison, and that was the only score in the fourth quarter. It was the defense that won it in the fourth quarter for Midland Valley.
I have a final for you guys. South Aiken held on for a 49-35 victory.
Okay.
How about that?
Good for them.
Well, congratulations to Coach Hamilton. I know that's got to feel good. A win in conference. We haven't seen that out of South Aiken in quite some time. So congratulations to them. Congratulations, Aiken. Aiken win. North Augusta, did that one go final yet?
The last result I had, River Bluff had retaken the lead, 24-21. I have not seen anything since then.
All right, but some good wins for the local teams, and we'll see what happens with that one. And just a good win tonight in Midland Valley. Eric, you got any final thoughts?
It will be an exciting end of region for these guys next week.
Yeah, I look forward to that game. How about you, Coach?
I feel the same way. I think it'll be a heck of a football game next week, and both teams are peaking at the right time. They're playing their best football at the end of the season, and that's good news.
And you know what the best part is, Eric?
What's that?
You and I picked the right game.
Yes.
This was the best game for the game of the week. All right. Thank you, Eric, for Eric Russell on the sidelines, for Ken Brace here in the booth with me, for James Grigsby, our director in the truck. I'm Ed Gerardo. Thank you for joining us for the Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week here on ASTV and WRDW My 12. We will be at Midland Valley next week for the big matchup between Midland Valley and Aiken High School. Until then, have a great week. Good night, everybody.
Late for work or school again? Autotech can get your car or truck running smoothly in no time. Whether late model or classic, domestic or import, Autotech can get the hums and hisses out of your vehicle. Their state-of-the-art computer diagnostics can identify your problem and get you on your way. Bring your automobile today to 460 Silver Bluff Road across from Hitchcock Plaza. Autotech, mechanics you can trust with your family's safety.
You can smile.
I love to smile.
I was so pleased that I could get all of my dentistry work done in just one visit.
You can smile.
Painless. That's how I would describe it.
Here at the Center for Dentistry, it has been a wonderful experience. With the comprehensive nature of this one office, I can bring my family here and we can have it all done at one place.
You can smile.
Center for Dentistry, 1391 Silver Bluff Road, Aiken.
At Specs Vision Center, we are focused on total eye care. Be it our large selection of designer frames, latest and contact lenses, or our great sunglass collection, we have just what you are looking for. Our doctors offer years of experience and use the latest technology to ensure a comprehensive eye examination. Late afternoon and Saturday appointments are available, so if you want the best in eye care, call Specs today at 642-9902.
Calling all college football fans, Unique Expressions has everything you need for game day, including collegiate apparel, accessories, tailgating items, even Yeti coolers. Shop a variety of South Carolina, Clemson, and Georgia gear. We have something for every fan. And that's not all. Unique Expressions offers on-site embroidery, vinyl lettering, and an array of personalized gifts. Find the perfect gift for any occasion and shop brands like Spartina, Vera Bradley, Ridley Pulitzer, Jack Rogers, Simply Southern, Tyler Candle Company, and so much more. Stop in today. Unique Expressions, 1521 Whiskey Road in Mitchell Shopping Center in Aiken, South Carolina.
Choosing a physician you can trust with your family's health is an important decision. University Medical Associates has been dedicated to your health care for over 20 years, and Dr. Humans and his staff are ready to provide the quality care you and your family deserve. With short wait times, walk-ins and same-day appointments, an in-house lab by Quest Diagnostics, and 24-hour turnaround on sports physicals, it's no wonder Dr. Humans was selected Best Family Doctor in Aiken's Choice 2015. Come see us today, 934 Doherty Road in Aiken.
You finally found your dream home, but it needs a few tweaks. New windows, vinyl siding, maybe a sunroom. Who do you call to do the job right? Since 1963, Bates & Sons has been proud to offer quality products for your home, installed with unsurpassed workmanship. Check out our latest jobs on Facebook, and you could win one of our monthly giveaways. Visit our showroom on Vaucluse Road, or call 803-648-3581.
Yeah!
lemonade, half ice cream. Frosted lemonade, starting at 240 calories.